All right, guys, welcome to Trouble in Orlane session 14. I'll do the recap here since it's been 2 weeks. Uh, when you started session 13, you picked up in a filthy common room. This is where the goblins that you encountered were held up, and you had just survived an onslaught of them. And with a few moments to catch your breath and patch yourself up, introductions were hastily made with your new companion, Zadar. If you remember, he was the fighter that was chained to the actual wall in the torture chamber. Zadar was able to gather his gear from the nearby room and was surprised to find most of it was still intact. He quickly and efficiently donned his armor and shouldered his pack. With adrenaline now coursing through his body and a newfound sense of hope, he is prepared to fight his way out of this death trap at any cost. At this time, you began to move onward into the rest of the temple, quietly making your way into the outer hallway and into the adjacent room. The walls of the otherwise barren chamber were covered in strange writings, runes, and obscene graffiti. None of you could discern what any of this meant, but the general consensus was that it must have been the work of some madman. There seems to be no rhyme or reason to the images depicted. One such obscenity depicts the goddess America being raped by a snake, while another such piece of art depicts the head of some type of reptile, its tongue adorned with strange runes. He proceeded forward into another candlelit hallway, and eventually came upon another antechamber. Arawak took point, and upon poking his head around the corner, was immediately set upon by two animated skeletons, one large and one human size. Despite being immediately attacked, his keen situational awareness caught sight of a tall human, appearance like that of a high priest, in ornate robes, who quickly disappeared through a secret door in the rear wall. Meanwhile, the animated skeletons swung their heavy clubs, but were quickly put down by Benrus and Zadar, dust and bones. In hot pursuit, Arawak rushed the back wall and almost immediately discovered the mechanism which opened it. Regrouping at the secret door, you opened it, and Benrus took the lead this time and proceeded through the threshold. The room is large. Broken statues and rubble lie strewn about the floor. Two cages can be seen in the south end along the south wall. A large jade statue, well preserved, depicting a snake with the head of a human female, stands at the southeast corner of the room, and it is here that you see the tall priest in robes. In front of him, he appears to command multiple animated skeletons, one of them being the skeleton of what appears to be a half-rotted dog. No sooner does Benrus peer inside is he set upon by this horde. The doorway jammed, the party watches helplessly as their friend is swung at from all directions. To make matters worse, the priest appears to cast some type of spell. Finally, Loman stepped forward, holy symbol in hand, and calls upon his faith to smite down the vile creatures. The undead scattered at this. With an opening finally presenting itself, you rushed in to engage this foul priest. Your enemy is now surrounded, and it is here that the story picks up in the heat of the battle. Now, this is the top of the 5th round, so you guys have the priest surrounded. I will take that into account with situational advantages, uh, but I just need you to state your actions and roll initiative. So why don't you just go around the table and let me know what you guys were thinking about doing. Laura, I believe you had something in mind that you told me the other day. So
Yeah, is somebody going to play Arwak?
I'll run him.
Okay.
Oh, I was practicing the voice earlier.
If you want to run him, if you want to run him, it would be less weight on me.
Sure,
I always okay, but I'll release him.
sure.
But you have to do the voice.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
have to. It's a requirement.
Okay.
Yeah, as I
He
It's
is
it's a
There it
religious.
is.
pretty generic rogue voice.
Yeah, it's good though.
And yeah, he's the only one doing it.
That portrait though, man. We're gonna have to have a talk about that portrait again, I see. Talk about standing out. You
Yeah,
know
so as
what?
I recall, this guy was really hard to hit. So didn't we say something like we were going to try to put the robe over his head or like light it on fire or something like that? I think that would be since
Interesting.
we have him. I think since we have him surrounded, if anybody has like um, a torch, like some oil or something, we could maybe get his robe on fire. That might give us an advantage.
That is interesting.
Well, you can use your inventory search that I wrote. It's marvelous to look at the items that you have.
I do have a torch.
Okay. It's gonna take you a full round to get that out and light it. Same
Right.
thing with pulling oil out of your pack, especially in the heat of combat. I'll tell you when you find it.
Well, I dropped my
But
backpack over in the other room so I could
you
actually
dropped your
move.
backpack. Yep.
I'm betting this guy ain't very strong. So maybe a grapple.
I also stole the rogue's place, so I'm directly behind him.
Okay. You are directly behind him, and also Ben or Raj, would you wanted to attempt to overbear? Is that what you're thinking?
What I would like to do is to grab him
Hmm.
and get into the position where I can pin him down and then throw him to the ground.
That's an overbear.
That's an overbear? Okay.
Yeah, yeah. What about everybody else? Like, what were you guys thinking? What's this oil plan that I hear about?
I don't actually have any oil, so
And neither do
um,
I.
That's the
And
thing. I
well,
have a torch, but I don't have a way to light it.
it
I
will
have
take
flint.
you
I
a
mean,
while.
I have
flint
flint
steel.
and steel.
Well, it sounds like you're gonna play musical items in the middle of combat, so
That's what I mean. I don't know how
Yeah.
far we're like that. This is really like.
you can do anything you want to do. I won't
Are
stop
there
you from
any
doing it, but I'm just, yeah,
are there any torches on in the room?
there is one.
Where?
Yes, there's multiple on sconces in the wall near you. I mean, right here. I'll point at one of them. There's two of them here, one here. I wish that you could. I wish I didn't have to like undrop this for you to see it. One right there, and one there.
Okay. You said there's one here?
Yes.
Mm.
But they're on the wall, right?
On the wall and sconces.
Okay.
You guys got to make your mind up quick.
Does
Yeah.
he
Gonna
look
have-
like
I'm swinging.
dry and old, or does he look like kind of wet and
He looks.
damp and
He
gross?
looks. He looks dry and unkempt and big
Okay.
and imposing.
Well, let's do
Mm.
like
While
we
his
always
face
do.
looks old and grizzled, he actually moves with the, he moves like a young man.
I think
Fast.
until anyone of intelligence communicates to Zadar a plan, he's probably
Hmm.
going to just keep swinging with his longsword.
Okay. Arrow walk.
I'm swinging at this bastard.
Okay, you're gonna get a flank on that, a flat-footed flank actually. So make sure that you know how to do it. Right click and do how do you do a flank with that? Here, let me check his dex. You might not even need to.
Oh,
You won't even need to. Just give yourself a +1 to attack when you make your attack.
okay.
All right, that's a longsword. Okay, Zadar, why don't you roll for your longsword? There you go.
Nitro.
Yeah.
Sick.
You guys have noticed I actually add the reaction adjustments in there now to initiative. I turned on that setting. So that means the higher dexterity you have, it will now apply to your initiative. Loman.
Swinging with my quarterstaff.
Okay. And Benrus.
Whoa, nice roll.
Yeah, nice roll.
Oh, wow.
All right, so Bender is thinking about grabbing him, but he's going to make one more swing with his
Yeah,
bad foot.
if he tries to overbear in the middle of these people swinging at him, he's going to stand the chance of being clipped.
Exactly.
So, all right, so he's gonna, and then I wish I would have written this down, but do you recall whether or not you had made 2 attacks in the previous round or a
Oh
single
God,
attack?
let's just go with one attack this round.
Okay, that sounds fair. I think what we'll do is when we end on combat next time, which isn't a common thing with me, we'll write that down on your sheet, or I'll
Look,
put it in the I'll put it in the combat tracker.
look at these initiative rolls.
I know, yeah, it's
Wow.
gonna, yeah, they're pretty great. And Talissa,
Talissa, uh, how much would it take a whole round for Talissa to go grab that torch?
yes.
Okay, I'm gonna do that
Well,
on.
what are you planning on doing with it? It's not going to take you the full 1 minute to go and grab it, but what did you want to do once you had it?
The druid is trying to wizard.
Yeah. What were you trying to do with it, babe?
Well, I kind of want to. Well, I want to grab it and then, I guess maybe I'll do it next round if I can do that and try to light him on fire because
You can do that in 1 round. It's 10 feet away and it's a simple action to grab it off the wall out of the sconce. So you're
okay, so
trying to light him on fire?
this round I'm going to just attack. I'm gonna attack, and then next round I think if Fenris is gonna grapple or overbear, then I want to try the torch thing. Let's just see how this round
And
goes
of
with just
course you guys are
attacking.
going to communicate to each other what you're doing. So,
Yeah, that's what I picture anyway.
okay. Just making
Okay, so
sure.
I'll
But
Roll.
on on the bad point is this guy is hearing us every word that we're saying. So
Yeah.
Yeah, but you would still be able to yell, and I get what you're saying, but you would still be able to communicate, back off, you know?
right,
That and once he hits the floor, if he hits the
Yep,
floor, we'll all have like an idea in mind.
yep.
mhm,
And overbearing's interesting. It actually it can take up to like 2 rounds. So the first thing is you just hitting the target. So you're rolling an attack at -4 to actually get your hands on him, and then
right.
you do an opposed check, I believe, to see if he actually hits the ground after you've got a hand on him.
Well, I know they
You,
take armor into account and a lot of different things
yeah,
into
and
account.
it's pretty simple to run. I just need to look it up really quick. If you
Yeah, it's
guys
something
need.
that we just have to get used to.
Mm-hmm. Here it is.
so Melissa will just use her sickle this round.
Oh, to this, you even got a good roll.
I know.
Here's
So
how it works.
overbear is just old school knockdown, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To overbear an opponent. Do you have your
Slash hold.
Well,
yeah,
you have to pin him down first, right?
yeah.
Which is
So here,
another opposed roll.
yeah, I'll read it to you. To
Yeah.
overbear an opponent, a
Uh,
normal attack roll is made. For
okay.
every size difference, there's an adjustment, which, it's another 4. The roll is modified by 4. So +4 if the attacker is large, -4 if the defender is larger. The defender also gains the benefit if it has 2 more legs, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Okay, if the attack succeeds, the opponent is pulled down. A character can be pinned if further successive overbear attacks are rolled. So you roll
Right.
another attack each round to see if he stays pinned.
Right.
If multiple attackers are attempting to pull down a single target, make only one attack roll with a +1 bonus for each attacker beyond the first. Okay. Okay. Um,
Now, isn't there some things you can do once you pin them? You can throw them, and there's other things that you can do. I'm not sure.
well, this is just to pin them down. I'm not sure
Okay.
if. Oh, you're talking about doing punching and wrestling.
Okay. Well, that's probably what it is.
Yeah. Okay. So with that, yeah. So you're going to be either trying to punch or wrestle A normal attack roll is made. The normal armor class of the target is used. Same thing as the other one. If a target is attempting to wrestle in armor, they are modified by table 57.
Yeah,
Penalties
that's
for
all.
being
Yeah.
held or attacked by opponent. Okay. Yeah, so basically you make an attack roll, and if it hits, you roll again off this, there's a table right here, which is punching and wrestling results. It's table 58 in the player's handbook. You make the attack roll, and depending on whether or not that hits, you cross-reference it with what you were trying to do, which is either a punch or a wrestle. And you get things like bear hug, arm twist, kick, trip, elbow smash, arm
Right.
lock, or jab, uppercut, kidney punch, etc., etc. So this is a separate, it's similar, but it's a separate system. There's, punching, wrestling, and then overbearing. Overbearing is what you described, which is trying to pin and pull someone to the floor and keep them
Okay.
pinned. Anyway, now that we've done that rule check here. Temple of America.
Okay, so do I get to swing now?
You do. It's turning this on for you. There we go.
Come on! Oh,
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh.
So you swung and it almost clipped Zadar in the head. You see the skeletons in the corner. It's crazy. It's like they turn around, and as soon as they see Loman, they just seem to go back to the corner of the room and face the walls. And a bizarre sight to see.
Mhm.
Your dog is going to bite. So you want to run Shadow there, Benrus. He's going to
Okay.
bite the target right in front of him.
on Shadow.
Ooh, nope.
Oh man.
He did manage to bite down, but he grabbed a hold of that robe.
Yeah.
Sadar.
Yes, sir. I need to.
All right. Start us out there, Sidar. No pressure.
You got it. He's
Hey,
targeted.
Mhm.
But not the 1 die 12, the 1 die 8, right?
1 die 8, correct. So you're gonna roll with the attack.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, and in
I did that
fact,
backwards.
in fact, you are going to.
That was a miss, so disregard that damage roll.
Yeah, I'm gonna say you would add on. It's a rear attack, so you would get +2 to that, but that's still not. Actually, that's a hit. That's a hit. So the damage is correct. That's a hit.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we didn't do the rear attack. I got to remember he's facing Ben.
Oh, I need
so,
to apply that here, right?
Yeah,
Or
I
up top.
you can do it. See in the bottom left where it says modifiers.
Yes.
You can do quick adjustments there, even custom values. You can
Okay.
type in modifier. But there's also, you can do it on the actions, on your weapons tab. You can right click on the red input and you'll get all types of combat modifiers that you can apply.
Okay, sorry about that.
So you see the red, no, you're fine, man.
Yeah,
You
you're
see
good.
The red input on the weapons tab. You can right click on that red input and there's a bunch of different attack modifiers that you can use. There's other ways to do it
Perfect.
too, but we won't go into it right now.
Yeah.
All right, great hit. Yeah, you actually land that in the back, and he's facing Benrus, and his eyes are switching between the dog, Loman, and Benrus, and you just brought that down right on his shoulder, and you see blood start to soak into the actual robe.
Nice.
Talissa,
Okay. Talissa, does she get any modifiers?
flank +1 to hit.
Alright. She's swinging away with her sickle.
Damn.
The hit.
Nice.
Alright.
Oh,
Yeah, the
sweet.
sickle's kind of stuck in the robe, so it takes you a minute to kind of pull it out. You see blood start to pool up along his waistline. Benrus.
All right, so I get a +5 from him being feared of me, right?
No.
Haha.
I
Like I
tried.
said, His eye, you did try. I almost thought there
Yeah.
was some effect that I had forgotten about last time, but
All right, 3 away. Oh man, that's
once again, this guy's swinging the cape around like Batman, and it just seems to catch the blades inside of it. Okay. Okay.
Oh yeah, they're still feared, basically, right?
yeah. The skeletons.
Or smited,
Turned.
turned.
He retreats.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
And one of you, I did the retreat action, but one of you gets an attack of opportunity. I'm going to say that's Benros. So go ahead and target him if he's not already targeted, and give me just a regular attack roll.
Let's see here.
I'm giving you that one, but he did the retreat, and the way,
Oh,
and that's a hit.
oh, nice.
Go ahead and roll
That,
damage.
that was a 20.
Yep.
Yeah, I saw.
All right. So let me share an image with you guys.
Haha.
Uh-oh.
Veil drops.
I think I saw this in
whenever
the
GM says,
Discord.
Let me show you an image. Be careful. Watch out.
Where the hell is it?
Is it an image or images?
It's an image.
Okay.
They named it poorly. I remember I had the same problem last time, and I had to kind of click through, so pardon while I... Yeah, that's a terrible name for that. That has nothing to do with what it is. Okay, so this is the scene that is unfolding in front of your eyes, and you see that when Abramo actually runs over to the cage, the blonde girl that is in the cage actually grabs him
Oh.
and starts tugging on his robe.
Oh, now he's grappled.
Yeah.
She's grabbing him, but he looks particularly annoyed, and she's screaming, "Kill him! Kill him!" Airwalk.
I am hulking up and obliging.
That's
Nice.
it. You guys
Oh.
are rolling. You guys are rolling really good tonight.
Whoa. Nice.
Oh.
With that Airwalk, and that's kind of funny because I mean, if you look at the image, it's almost picture perfect right there.
Yeah.
Airwalk one runs up and sticks that longsword right through this guy's heart, and he drops to the floor.
Nice.
Yep. And the girl she still got her hand on the rope as he drops, and a look of utter joy crosses her face, almost teary-eyed when immediately her eyes well up, and as the guy drops, and she's got this look of pure joy on her face. This is the top of the 6th round, but I'm going to stop combat right now.
Zadar looks pretty relieved as well.
We do have to take care of these skeletons.
That's true. They're turned. I forgot all about the skeletons, so...
Forgotten about.
And we will keep combat on. That's great. Thank you for bringing that up to my
Zadar
my
forgot all
attention.
about them.
This is the top of the 6th round, so go ahead and state your actions.
Okay, we can take them one by one.
Mm-hmm.
Then won't break the turn on the others.
True.
So I'm gonna move over to this one alone in the corner. With my
Point at the one that you're going to go over to. This one right here is the one you're going after?
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
Come
Just
on,
go ahead and
guys.
everybody,
Let's take this one out.
just to keep it simple, just everybody roll a knit with their weapons.
Okay, Talissa's gonna switch to a club.
Okay. Nice initiative, guys.
Yeah, I'm like following Loman.
I'm going to unlock it, and I'm going to let you coup de grace. So go ahead and go up and just roll attacks and damages, and I'll let you know if one of them. Actually, no, because I'm not going to do that. Actually, okay, because you never know. All right, Ben Russ, you are up.
Hmm. All right, Loman, I'm gonna take your kill.
Have at her.
Do you need 2 hit or just damage?
Do attack roll.
Okay.
That's a hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
And,
Are you using your bastard sword?
yeah.
This is a 2 attack round, so you can make another attack.
Oh, that's right.
Here. Actually, delay it. Just delay it. Hit delay. There you go. All right. This is why I'm glad I didn't do that, because he turns on you, Benros, when you hit
Yep.
him, and he turns around and he's going to take a swing at you,
Yep.
but misses spectacularly. Talissa.
Okay.
Okay. There you go. Perfect. Go ahead and roll that attack. We'll see how this plays out, and if not, we'll coup de grace the rest of them.
Ah,
I'm gonna give that to you. Go ahead and roll damage.
really? Okay.
Yeah. Crunch. Dog has run over to the body and is swinging it around. He's got it and he's swinging, and Arawak looks
Trying to pull the robe off.
amused. Yep.
Good dog.
There you go, buddy. Loman, this is you.
Move over here. Skeleton.
Very good.
Take him down.
Well, I guess I
Nice.
didn't take your kill.
Well, you hear the thing crunch,
Down he goes.
and down it goes. And with that said, I'm going to rule that you guys easily dispatch the remaining 3, working as a team,
Yeah,
Alright.
one at a time. Take them out.
one at a time. I just wanted to see how it would play out right there. But I have no doubt you guys will prevail, and there's no use going through 5 more rounds of combat just to say you dropped the bones. Okay, so that effectively ends combat on round 7. And give me a moment while I do some house cleaning here.
Arawak goes over to the woman cage and says, "Common for you humans to live in cages."
Nice. Wonder why the music isn't playing here. Almost there. Just doing some house cleaning. Now I'm going to reward you guys. You guys did really well in that fight. It could have gone very badly, very quick.
Yeah, we finally started hitting him.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
situational too. Why is this not playing sound?
Well, the key to that fight was your turn.
Yeah, I was gonna say having a cleric is
Yeah.
huge.
Yeah, because you were stuck in the door with those skeletons, and
Yep.
we couldn't get
Yep.
in.
Yeah, it was the bottleneck. You're each awarded 378
Nice.
XP for that.
Thank you.
So don't forget to apply that to your character. You can do it later. It won't matter right now because no one's going to level up in here just yet. Let me get the
I
music
can
playing.
level though with
You can. Yeah,
beef.
that's great. I'm trying to get the music back on here, but it's not.
What is
Oh,
it?
there it
It's
is.
not.
There it's coming.
There we go.
Are
Yeah.
Yep.
they just like short loops?
Yeah, it was something. Well, I think the one I was clicking on is it was a bad link or something. I like this one.
Oh.
Yeah, so the combat like this image pretty much sums up what just happened in Arawak with Arawak landing the killing blow. I'm going to unlock the tokens, but we're going to use a party token right now. So what I'm going to do is drop this guy on here. Party, there we go. Party, there we go. Party. Can you guys see the party token?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
You can move it.
Let me unlock it.
And I made a song like this in college.
I love it.
Okay, Loman's
All
gonna
right.
go over to the cage and free the woman.
And Arawak walked up and said, "Is it normal for humans to live in cages such as this?"
Yes.
The cage is locked with a heavy lock.
Loman says, "I'll give it a try, and if I don't get it, well, actually, we should search the body of the priest. Might have a key."
Oh yeah.
You notice that there's a large key ring on his belt. He has a leather belt with multiple keys.
Benrith walks over to Shadow and grabs him by the collar, holds him back.
The dog stops shaking the body.
Can I match up a key with this lock, one that looks
You can,
likely to fit?
fiddling with it. The girl, as you're doing this, the girl is eagerly, like she has an eager look on her face as you fiddle with the keys, and it takes you a moment. You kind of estimate which one is the correct one, and after the third try, you're able to pop the lock on this cage. Sidar, you recognize the other cage as the one that you were previously stationed in before you were taken to the torture chamber. What else? The bones, once again, this
Do I
room,
recognize the girl?
you recognize her as the blonde that you saw that you didn't talk to, but you saw her briefly when you were in this room.
Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you.
hmm And to give you a better idea of this room, it looks like it used to be, it was previously some ornate, worship room. The statues that are shattered on the ground well, from looking at the faces of some of them, it looks like they were statues to the goddess Merica, but they've, again, been destroyed. That's what the rubble is all over the floor. Now erected in the southeast corner is a large jade figure, body of a snake and the head of a female. I think that's pretty much it as far as this room goes. Well, that and the multiple animated skeletons that are no longer moving, and the giant dead body of a priest.
Nice.
Anybody else want to do anything before I?
Well, did Loman manage to to
Yeah.
You
open the
did.
lock?
Yep.
Okay.
So as soon as the lock is popped, the girl, she hasn't even said anything yet, apart from get it open, get the cage open, get the cage open.
Yep.
Yep. So The girl hops out, and the first thing she does when she gets out is kick this guy in the face and says, "I'm glad he's dead. I wish I could kill him twice. Who are you people?"
Mhm.
Are investigating half of the
We're not with him.
happenings, and seems like this is the center of what's on in the town. What do
So as
you?
soon as this girl kicks this body in the face, Shadow gets away from me and starts ripping into the body again.
Good boy.
Good
Sorry,
She
dog.
look,
Dwayne.
That was his
she looks
cue.
on with delight at this, and Dwayne, your query, so Loman's query, or I mean to respond to what you were saying, she introduces herself as Cyrilli, and she tells you that she is the daughter of the people that run the local the store, the village store, the guys that you had visited earlier.
Hmm.
And she
Oh.
relates to you that a couple months ago her family was kidnapped and taken it deep into the marshes east of Orlane, at which time they were the forces there tried to hypnotize them into serving their evil god. She doesn't know what god it was, but somehow sh the magic in the hypnotizing didn't work on her, and her family all fell victim to this. And Obramo, this priest that you just murdered, took a liking to her, a sexual liking to her, and actually kept her as a pet in this cage for the last few months.
You.
Um,
Oh, poor thing.
he, she tells you that before all this happened, Obrama actually had eyes for her, but he was far too old,
So
and he coveted her, and he seized upon this opportunity to take her for his own. Her family, however, fell victim to this spell, this evil spell, as she calls it, and she cannot return home to her
what's your
family.
name?
Cyrilla.
Cirilla. Bender said Cirilla. So Albramo, did he live in town?
Brahma was the main priest here of the Temple of America.
Oh.
They were a peaceful sect. Then something happened. A bunch of people started to disappear, taken somewhere out into the marshes. And then when they came back, they were different. They destroyed all the effigies to the goddess America and defaced all the beautiful works of art and tapestries, and became zealots to some force that I don't know. My own family had fallen victim to this spell, this evil spell. But somehow my mind was strong enough to resist it. But I wasn't strong enough to escape from being captured by this lunatic, and she kicks him again in the face. I must flee this place. I cannot go back home. My brothers, my mother, my father, they're all crazy now.
Well,
This whole place has gone crazy.
we could give you sanctuary with the mayor, trying to get to the bottom of what's happening.
This town is dying unless you stop it.
You know where in the swamp or the marshes were taken?
Many of us were taken there. Yeah, it's all a haze to me. I just know that it lies deep in the swamps to the east.
Do you remember the face of all the people that took you there? Like, could you identify every single the perpetrators? Was it just Abramo or were there others?
There were others, some of them people that I grew up with, some people I have never seen before. They worship some cult?
Now, from the snake statue here, hey
I
Benrus,
know not I know not of such things. I just know that it's bad medicine and bad magic.
give me a hand, Benrus, to topple this idol.
All right. Loman, are there such spells that could make someone do your bidding and stuff?
There are powerful charms.
Hmm.
So she looks at this time, I mean, Cirilla looks eager to get out of here. You got to remember, she's been stuck in this cage for several months.
Oh yeah, and we should get Zadar out so he could cover too.
Zadar's adrenaline has actually, like, he's not tired right now.
Yeah, he's
Just so you know, Tommy, Zadar is, he's pumped up right now, but might be
Yeah,
a bit later.
I had a locket in hand, and when everybody looked at me, I put it away.
Ah,
So, how about we search this room and then the other rooms that we came through quickly, work our way back out,
okay,
head back to the.
Yep.
okay. Give me a moment. I'm just taking note of a few things. I kind of blew that role play of her right there because I didn't look at my notes, so apologize for that.
did someone search
Fine.
the road figure's body?
I just got the keys off him, but yeah, we should do a more
Okay.
thorough search.
Yeah.
Okay,
Search the around like the sides of the cages, behind the cage.
Better
okay.
do it quick because might not be nothing left after Shadow's done. So
Are you continuing to let the dog tear
no,
up the
no,
body?
no. I'm grabbing them.
You stopped him?
Yeah.
Tommy,
I'd
you
let
mentioned that you pulled out a locket and then put it away?
Yeah, just opened it, looked at it, stared at it for a little bit,
And this was when we found you.
and then everybody kind of put their attention on me, and I just put it away. Kind of paid no mind to it.
Mm.
Airwalk.
Now I'm
Go
just
ahead.
poking through the bones with my longsword for anything of value.
Airwalk after seeing
That was perfect, man.
Gorilla's
Great
example.
job. I'm sorry, Dwayne. What was
Oh,
that?
so Airwalk after seeing Gorilla's example, he kicks the body in the face too. Like that?
One kick per person.
He
So
took
being
two!
thoroughly kicked at this point, he miraculously stays dead. Um, witty, huh?
Loman
Yeah.
searches his pockets.
All right. So what you find is, let me tell you.
Oh boy.
I'm also going to read this off to you again, just so that I made sure that I gave you the complete description. It's large, dirty, and encompassed with shards of rock laying around. We got that. 4 crude granite statues, haphazard locations. Blah 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 blah. Yep. Okay. All right.
Oh, two chests. Chest.
Correct. 2 chests. Opening these chests, which are unlocked, yields you 14 silver pieces and 29 copper pieces. And she looks at you as you open this up, and she's like, I'm afraid you're going to be very disappointed. They've cleaned it out recently. It's usually filled with gold. They
Oh,
take it somewhere. They gather and they hoard it here, and then it's taken to somewhere, someplace.
you know who
And it was
takes it?
recently, it was recent. Men, men, I do not know who. Usually they're hooded. Some priests, some of them I've seen around town, some of them I've never seen before in my life. But usually there's a virtual king's hoard in here, and they recently cleared it out.
Cirilla, if I may ask, what are your intentions after we're all done here?
I must leave, Orlane. My family has been has been afflicted with some foul magic. There's nothing for me left here. I will flee. I will flee to my uncle who lives in Hokill,
Well, maybe we
to the
can
east.
release your family once we track down the source of this sorcelment.
I could only pray so much. No, he dropped this in the party sheet for you guys, this loot.
Yeah, don't give up hope, Drill.
The glimmer of hope crosses her eyes. She's like, you just might be able to do it. You made short work of this madman. I pray that you find this cancer that has infected my town and cut it out. All right, now I just need to find where the hell I dropped the parcel in the party sheet. Is it here?
Drop it in the
Somebody help.
inventory.
Is that what you do? You just drop? Okay, that's what it is our parcel items. Okay, I see. It's so full of things that are in the cottage, you know?
Yeah.
We'll have to clear that out later, but that's why I wasn't seeing it. Okay. There we go. And I will distribute these. So you guys came up on almost 30 copper pieces.
Mm,
An amazing haul, you
Huh.
know? Amazing haul for the
Pretty soon we're gonna retire.
you could retire from that for sure. Okay, we'll give this guy initiative 1. Okay.
Talissa says, Sorella, I know you want to flee town, but I think you need to regain your strength first. So are you okay with us taking you to the mayor for you to
It's
stay
not
there?
safe here. I'm surprised Zacharias is still here. You're telling me the mayor has been sitting there this whole time and they haven't gotten him to him yet? I
No.
was expecting most of the town to be gone by the time I saw light again.
No, I think we've been disrupting their plans.
Then maybe there's a chance. Maybe you see like a glimmer of hope and a smile cross her face. And she looks down again at the body of this guy and repeats it. Perhaps you can do it.
So does he have any like so he has that serpent club he was using and any other
Yeah,
items that he has?
he has no possessions on him other than that key ring and the weapon that he was carrying, which was a footman's mace. But it's kind of it's just a standard footman's mace. Um, and as I said, the chests are pretty fairly depleted of and devoid of riches. Um,
We'll have to find where they took that treasure.
the statue looks like it might be worth something, but if you guys can get lift out a couple 100 tons of jade.
Well, I think we toppled it over, didn't we?
Are you going to? You had mentioned it, but no one. Is that what you're doing, Loman? Are you going to help him
I
crush
asked
it?
Benrus to do that.
Yeah.
Okay, Benros, you went up and just toppled it over.
Yeah, I
Both
walked
me and
over.
Loman did our did.
Are you just pushing it over?
Yeah.
Okay. You're able to do this without too much trouble. It is heavy as hell, but you're able to get it over and it topples over and the head actually cracks off.
I'm gonna take out my can of spray paint and spray over it.
Okay, you have not found a dimension door to Earth of 1980s yet, but when you do,
Damn.
maybe you will find such items as this.
Damn.
It's possible. Remember the original post that I made
Yeah.
for this campaign. Anything's possible. This is just the beginning of a very long campaign.
Okay, let's go
Um,
back to the previous room and see if there's
Yeah.
okay, here you can just use the party token so you guys don't
Oh,
all
yeah.
have to
Okay.
Yeah.
use that. Makes it much easier.
Search this.
So searching this room, this looks more like it was like a Bramo's like what would you call it, like a den. So it's decorated in a bizarre fashion. There's dirty straw pallet on the floor, yet two soft and expensive armchairs rest at a low table. A beautiful robe hangs on the wall above a battered, locked chest, while the floor is strewn with muddy rags. An exquisitely crafted wooden desk has been placed near the northeast corner of the room. At various points around the walls, small iron hooks for hanging tapestries have been set into the stone, but the tapestries, again, have been either destroyed, defiled, or just discarded somewhere else. Um, but there is a chest in the corner that's locked.
Any of the keys fit the chest from the key ring?
They do. They do.
I like doing this.
So you're opening it up.
Oh, actually, I'm gonna
Okay.
check for traps for.
Okay. Give me a roll in the tower. You don't notice anything. Nothing out of the ordinary. No wires, no gears, no mechanisms of any kind that you can see.
Okay,
No mimic? Oh, come on.
I'm gonna open it up.
You would know by now if it was a mimic as soon as you stuck that key in there.
I was thinking
Yeah.
the cozy chairs would.
I honestly, I'm almost upset that I didn't add that to the game at this point.
Ah,
I'm alright with it.
Okay, so almost there. So inside you see a bunch of neatly folded clothes. Um, Many of them look like the clothes, like simple clothes that a priest would wear. Um, and then at the very bottom, you find a small pouch, uh, just a tiny leather pouch, and inside of it is 30 GP.
Oh,
okay, bit more money.
they've been holding out on someone.
Yeah, he was. It seems like Albramo was holding a little bit back for himself.
Give me.
Yeah.
Let me add that to your guys' party sheet.
So we're going to check under all the rugs.
Okay.
Well, do you want to check for secret doors, guys? No.
Well, I can tell you that you've already discovered one secret door, which is
Oh,
right here.
okay.
Yeah, the one we came through.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean there won't be others. I mean,
Yeah.
as you saw in the previous room, there was at least 3 secret walls, false walls, where all the goblins piled out upon you.
Well,
Anybody else searching, doing anything?
yeah, Airwalk will look for.
Okay, which wall?
The north
Go ahead and point
and
at
the
it.
and
Okay, give me a second. Gotta advance the time here. I'm gonna say at least 10 minutes have gone by. And then another 10 to search. Go ahead and give me the roll in the tower, please.
I think.
It's bizarre, I don't see the actual roll. I just see Prometheus Tower. Did you roll a, did you
D6.
roll the, oh, a D6, I'm sorry. It's, I meant, oh, that's right, with elves. Okay, 1 through 3. You don't find anything. Isn't okay? Let me see. I thought that was for passive. Is it the same thing with non-passive with elves?
Well,
I
no,
I
it's
forget.
active is 1 to 3, but then passive I think is 1 to 2 or.
Okay, all right, yeah. Thank you for reminding me that.
And I think vendors can detect sliding or shifting walls or rooms.
I'll say that if that's your intention to look around this room for
Uh,
anything hidden, I will say that after 10 minutes of you all poking around, you do not find anything out
anything.
of the
Okay.
ordinary.
All right.
And you'll notice that I've actually changed it to stop printing out the exact time and just give you a rough idea
Mhm.
that it's morning.
This time
You
is
notice
morning.
that? Yeah. Because as far as I know, none of you have a Casio watch on you in this dungeon.
Okay, so we'll keep moving, backtracking.
You've picked up your backpack in this room.
Yeah,
So
and
what is
then
it?
someone else dropped something too. I think,
You dropped your torch and your backpack when you ran in there.
but also
And your
Airwalk dropped his bow, or else no, Benros dropped his shield.
Yeah.
So
gather your items and
yeah,
ensure that you have them equipped or carried in your sheet before proceeding.
my backpack.
Also, the torch has gone out on you, Loman. You'll need to light another torch, and if you're out of torches, you may go grab one from the other room and take it to proceed.
I have still have one left.
Okay. There you go.
Do we
Beautiful.
do we want to go back to town and see the mayor, or do we want to keep going?
I think we need to go back to town. Zadar needs to rest and to
Yeah.
get Cirilla disabled.
Cirilla lets you know that this place is a big complex. There's multiple rooms or in multiple levels. That's one thing she knows is as a child, uh, she would come here often with her father, and she knows that there is actually this is the second level, and she knows the main level, but she's almost 100% sure there is a sub level
I'm out
beneath.
of spells, and also Airwalk is
Okay.
take a rest.
Okay. Go ahead and moving on up to the east side.
So I can't see what the party token sees.
I'll give it a light.
Oh yeah, I can throw a torch.
I got you covered.
Oh, you got
Here,
it.
I'll do it. Yeah. It's one thing I like about Sternos is I can actually add a light source to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add a continual light. How's that? About as
Good.
bright as you can get.
Yeah.
Yeah, glancing again at the wall in here and the tapestries and the obscene graffiti, it kind of makes you get sick on your stomach a little bit. Back in the torture chamber. Give me one moment, Dwayne. There you go. You guys mind 10-second break? I'm just gonna run to the restroom. Be right back.
Sure.
I've got to do the same.
Okay. Let's take a minute.
Yeah. Where is Orlane on the Greyhawk map? Or what's the nearest point of interest, I guess?
Hmm. That's a good question.
Hokul is the town, or Hochul? There's town.
It's near like the Ulick or Ulick counties, right? I think it was.
Oh, God.
Oh, Josh? Is that where it is?
Yeah.
South of that forest, dim forest. Like off that river. Or where all those rivers intersect, I think is where it is. Maybe not.
Like it's Joff.
Okay, I'm back. Just let me know when you guys are ready.
The Duchy of Joff.
Yeah, Geoff.
I was asking where Orlane is exactly.
I can send you some information later too, but yeah, technically it is. I believe it is Geoff. It's
South
on
of
the
the Barrier
it's
Peaks.
kind of a border. It's kind of a border area where we are. Frontier.
Here, I put an image map
Mm-hmm.
of the area.
Yeah,
Awesome.
that's the city of Hotchotch, and then we're basically about 3 days east of that in fertile farmlands that are nested on the edge of a swamp. I actually have the
They've got Orlane on the inset map. The word
there you go. Beautiful.
F.
Yeah, so or yeah,
Okay, cool.
So the north is the dim forest, and then the Rushmores is the gigantic marshlands to the south and east, which would be the marshes that Cirillo is referring to.
In between Ho-Chach and the Rushmores, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Creepy area. I like it.
Yeah, it's really creepy. There's been a lot of horror elements to this for sure.
Still haven't figured out about the puppet mask.
I have not forgotten about any, and I'm not a J.J. Abrams. I don't throw out mystery boxes with with no intention on
Delivering.
ever, yeah, with ever coming through on it. I think that's obnoxious as hell when people do that. So it's all written down. Okay, you make your way back in here. You can see the piles of goblins still in the hallway. You see how you ever missed Airwalks frustrated, how you ever missed those secret walls. And you're back in this main meeting room. And you've made your way back into here. Now, do you want to go out the window again? Or would you want to make your way through the temple proper?
Do you think,
Zadar
guys?
inquires if we've searched the entire temple.
Not the entire temple. We covered a few areas. Haven't not gone down to the basement.
Well, and remember, there's another door right here to your south. And there's an entire wing that you have not explored on the first level,
Yes.
which
Zadar looks pretty conflicted on whether or not to keep searching or whether to get out of there and get some rest.
I think we should get out and get some rest. Our walk
Roger,
is
are you
hurting.
back?
Yes.
Okay.
Our walk is hurting. I'm out of spells. I don't know. How many spells do you have?
I
I think she's
have
pretty good.
I've used bless and my cure light wounds.
Let me check her sheet.
I only have fairy fire left.
Yeah, she has fairy fire. You have a potion of healing. Let me do a. It's up
I
to
do
you
have a
guys.
potion of healing I could give Airwalk.
Oh yeah, actually, I have.
Yeah, Zadar
You
looks
do.
like pretty sad and pale. He just
Yeah.
looks hesitant to leave, like he's looking for something.
Hmm.
Well, we could keep going.
Ah, I
But
like this.
he's also kind of following your guys' lead. He's not trying to.
I like the attitude here.
Well, the way Benris feels is this place isn't going anywhere, so
He
let's
seemed
get
upset when you guys said you hadn't cleared the temple. Let's say that.
let's get some rest and come back.
You can vote it. You
No,
guys know how to cast a vote?
he seems he's not disagreeing with that.
Okay.
Yeah, because we want to get Cirilla out of here safely. Probably doesn't want to carry.
That's a check for clear. Is it unanimous to leave and rest and get Cirilla out?
No one's
I think so.
voting that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that's
Wait a
good.
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. No, it's not. Kidding.
I'm gonna say that you guys make your way back out
Yeah.
without any trouble,
Okay.
which means that I'm going to just show you the main map here.
Yeah, we can
Orlane.
also fill in the mayor on what transpired too.
There's the
Zadar is
primary,
hungry.
and I'm gonna drop the party token on here, right on. I'll make it big so you guys can actually see it. How's that? Good?
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't see where's it at.
It's
By
on
the
the Orlane map.
south of the temple.
Yeah.
Being
Is he
sarcastic.
being a smartass?
Yeah,
I
He's
think
being a
so.
smartass.
Ah,
yeah,
Yeah, he
Totally
is.
got you.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, let me change this for you. One moment, please. Sound sets.
So if what is it, Kalisa? If she is still intent on going to the other town, who
Mm-hmm.
Cyrilli
uh,
or Cirilla.
Cirilla? Yeah.
Trilla, yeah. He's going to give her a couple gold pieces to help her get back there.
All right, so let me give you a little bit of back, or we'll back up a little bit here. So you guys make your way into the light, and you notice it takes about another 10 minutes to get out of there, but you notice it's probably still morning. You're guessing like before 11 still. And as soon as Cirilla comes out and steps out into the light, she just shields her eyes.
Yeah, we're like blind.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm struggling to see and walk.
beautiful. Yep. And she looks left and right, like really nervous. She can hardly believe that she's gotten out of there, and like she acts like she expects to be ambushed at any moment. And she starts speed walking towards the gate. Uh, and once you guys get out in front of the big double doors, you're able to like pop the latch on that. You don't see anybody in the courtyard of the temple. She looks south towards her family's shop and just says, I need to leave. I need to get out of here. I can't see them. And she starts making her way. She's like, I'm going to make my way to my uncle's farm in the east on the way to Hochuch.
so
She's like, I don't know how I could ever repay you.
does Benrus give her the gold?
Oh, he does. He
So
tries to stop her. And
Okay.
offers
oh,
3 gold. Whoa, what happened?
Fantasy
Oh
Grounds
my
just
God.
crashed on me.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah,
get it. We'll get it back
got
up
kicked
here.
out too.
Yeah, it's because I accidentally clicked the wrong button. So he's giving her 3 gold pieces.
3 gold pieces. Yep.
Okay.
To help on your travels to.
And her eyes well up when you do that, and she basically looks at all of you and says, I don't know how I could ever repay you.
When
You
Airwax does the same, he copies Benrus and then looks at Benrus.
Ah, okay. Yeah,
Nice.
Airwalks. Yeah,
Nice,
he's
nice,
learning.
nice, Dwayne.
I know that. I'm giving you. Hold on.
Benders gives her a nod to Airlock.
Everybody's getting RP rewards tonight. Everybody's doing so good with the role play. I love it, man. I got my Christmas list right here for.
And then once Corella says that, he says you can repay us by staying safe.
Nice. Okay, I'm loading up Fantasy Grounds. I clicked the wrong button. I did that before, I think, last time, where I went to go. It's when I maximize the map.
Yeah, and you go to close it, and the other X is
Yeah.
right there. Yes, I've done
Yep.
that.
That's just bad UI design. I haven't, or I don't usually use the maximize. I usually have it in a modal, like a windowed mode, but I've been kind of growing fond of the maximize lately.
I like to maximize it because then it goes in the background. And
Yeah, yeah, I like it. Okay, it's back up. Just you might want. There we go. You guys are connecting already.
Yeah, I saw green.
Beautiful. Combat tracker. Tommy, you know how to get back to the images I've shared with you, right?
Yeah.
You have multiple options. One of the things you can do is go into records. Well, depending on if you're in, if you have
I think
sidebar
it's
or
under
the,
my character, right? Under notes or something.
I think you'll
no,
have to share that window again for the.
Or that's because I was saving them the last
yeah,
session
you
we were
can.
doing.
You
I
have
was like
multiple options.
adding them to my log.
Yeah, you can do that. You can put them on a hotkey. You can go to records, images, and then basically everything that I've shared with you will be under records, images. If are you using the drop-down menu on the upper left? Are you using the menus or the sidebar?
I'll do whatever.
Well, which one are you
Defaults to
using?
the menus.
Which one? I don't remember which one I was using. This was
So,
when
do
we
you
were
have
playing like
controls?
Salt Marsh.
Do you have controls in the upper left-hand corner that say menu, records, and books?
I'm still trying to get into the campaign
Okay,
here.
yeah,
Sorry.
just take your time.
I think you have to reshare this game screen.
I have been right-clicking and sharing it. It's
Oh.
just
Okay.
it's just taking a minute. Yeah, it's bizarre. Grab your character too, or grab both your characters.
I can think because everyone's.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that it happens when exactly when everybody gets on at one time. That happens. Low.
cool. I got all my stuff up. Good.
So can you are in the upper left-hand corner? Do you see menus, records, and books?
Of my character sheet or
No, no, the
The
main
screen.
UI. The main UI.
Or do you have the buttons on the right?
no, just character. Or just everybody else's character.
Do you have buttons on the right-hand side like a bar?
Yeah.
Tool
Okay,
library.
he's got
Okay.
the sidebar. Okay, so yeah, you're using the sidebar. You can switch that to a menu. So on the sidebar, if you find images, anything that I've shared with you will be in there.
Cool.
Just look under images in the sidebar. Um, you can see
It'll be
it.
under campaign
Campaign,
and then
images.
images. Yep.
Yeah, I use the menu. I'll show you some tricks later, Tommy. There's so many little different ways to do things in Fantasy Grounds that you know a lot of them, but there's a lot of little hidden stuff in
Okay.
there that you just like. That's kind of cool to know. I
Lot of
think the
tricks.
most important thing is hotkeying the player's handbook and just opening the reference manual and just being able to search rules is probably the most important thing.
Yeah, I still have that hotkey.
That's great. Yeah, you can just use the little search and it really makes it easy. So let's do let's take care of the gold subtraction. So go ahead and go into your inventory and both of you guys deplete 3 GP each and just you know the drill with that.
Who, Benris and
Oh
What's
yeah.
Benros and
Errol?
Arawak. Yep.
what was the name of it? Kalisa? Can you throw it in chat
Gorilla.
there?
Rilla?
Cirilla.
Like in The
Gorilla.
Witcher.
Yeah.
S-Y. You'll get it.
Cirilla.
Gorilla.
Yeah.
Kind of like Cinderella, but Cirilla.
All right.
That was great role play of the two guys. I love that. I wonder what Zadar's secret is, you know?
Yeah, what's the deal? What was Kalissa asks Sidar, what was that you were looking at in the temple earlier? You had something you were looking at. What was it, like a I don't even remember what it was.
Lock it.
Lock it.
Some locket.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
What was that?
he
Can I see it?
says, he says, I can explain later. And he
Okay.
looks away.
Well,
I guess we're all entitled to our privacy, to our secrets.
Beautiful.
Talissa looks bummed though.
He says, after we rest, I really need to get back in there.
Oh, wow.
We all want to go back in there, so I think you'll get your chance.
well, Dwayne, I like
He,
how you
he
put the
nods. He nods in approval.
What's that,
Really
Roger?
good.
I like how you put the reason
Oh,
for giving her to the money
oh yes.
because Benris did it.
Yeah,
Nice.
justified.
You know,
I love it. That's just really good, you
That's
guys.
what
Really
Airwalk
good.
does.
Yeah, I love it. That is just perfect. Yeah, everybody's just I'm just loving this game so much. Um,
Thank you.
Mhm.
yeah, you guys are great players. This group, man. I hope this group never changes. The so Cirilla again, her eyes well up when you at this offer. You know, you basically have saved her life, freed her from her enslavement, ensnarement by a madman who coveted her, and she knows that you are your quest is to free the town of this evil that has just infested it. And she gives you a hopeful glance and tells you thank you again, and then proceeds to head off in the east through a vineyard that's near you. She starts walking through the vineyard.
really, if we clear this out, did you want us to come and let you know so that maybe you could return?
You can send word to the city.
Will be done.
Basically how it works is sometimes there's a constable that will pop in and out, right? Or an emissary from the major cities, because again, this is a farm. This is basically the center of farm and agriculture, right? That
Right.
provides the both cities. So there'll definitely be word given, once this problem
Word.
has either been quelled or has not been quelled, depending on the success
Okay.
of the party.
Word will
Um,
travel.
exactly, but she's pretty confident that she'll.
You'll hear about it.
And it's got, and again, it's got to be heartbreaking if you think about it, because her entire family has been put under this spell, and she had to watch her family. Basically, she's lost her family, so
Hopefully, we
it
don't have
would
to.
be extremely hard for her to to stay here with that going on, knowing what she knows, so to
Hopefully,
speak.
we don't have to kill her brothers as he looks at Airwalk.
So to give Zadar a little bit of background on that, there's
Mhm.
three gigantic corn-fed farm boys um, that are that are her brothers. These are Cirilla's brothers, and her mother and father run the village general store. I don't know why I was having a hard time getting out what that was earlier. It's a general store here in town that marks up their uh, their goods at least 200, 300% markup. Um, and the party had a run in with them earlier while investigating. Loman has a habit of peering through people's windows rather than knocking. The first instance of this, he peered through the window of the local blacksmith during dinner time. And it was probably the worst case scenario because the man is a terminal psychotic. to begin with. The blacksmith is absolutely out of his mind. And Loman thought it would be wise to peer through the window of the into, you know,
I
during
was
dinner
trying to
time.
warn them
It,
about the troglodytes next door.
His intentions were innocent,
it
but
was classic how you did that, Spencer. Show the
Lo-
Uh,
show the
Loman
photo of the guy,
yeah.
and then
Oh
Martin.
yeah, yeah. I'll pull it up. You want
Yeah,
to
that
see what
was
he looked
awesome.
like? Yeah, I'll pull it up. So again, this is all the images I've shared. Oh, but Zadar or Tommy, you wouldn't have them because you weren't part of the party then. So I'll
Yeah,
start sharing.
yeah.
Yeah, I'll start sharing stuff with you. Let me find it. It's Frank the blacksmith.
I think
Uh,
it shows all of them. I have a whole list of images in here, so
really,
I think I just have to go
uncat.
back.
I'll have to look at it with you later, but I'm going to. I'll share this one with you.
I see blacksmith shop.
Oh yeah. Let's see what that is. Yeah, that's it. Blacksmith shop. Do you recognize the individual? That's because I've shared it with party. So yeah, that's cool. So if I've shared it with any party member, automatically unlocked with anyone that comes in after
Yeah,
the fact.
yeah.
After the fact, that's great, and that totally makes sense. I don't know why that didn't even dawn on me before. There's to separate that data like that would be insane. So yeah, that's Frank Frazetta. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, it's a self-portrait of Frank Frazetta himself.
Hmm.
So as I was saying, you guys can tell that it's early. You're saying it's about brunch, right? So a little bit before 11. What do you do?
I think
Head to the
first thing we need.
mayor's.
Yep, yep.
if the mayor has some
Yeah,
food.
You're gonna make your way to Zacharias.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zadar
Okay,
seems
you
After
good.
after seeing that Sorella makes her way safely down the road, we'll until she's out of eyesight, we'll go to the mayor's.
so you make your way to Zacharias's house, and you rap on the door, and you rap on the door, and you rap on the door.
No answer.
Loman hit the window.
I have to do my poker face like all the time now, guys. It's gonna be.
Yeah.
Yeah, Loman's looking in the window.
So Alyssa will boost Loman to the near up to the nearest window.
The
Uppies.
fire. Okay, Loman, what you see is that the fire in the fireplace and the hearth has burned down to a dying embers. And you see that there's two chairs that have been overturned in the kitchen.
Uh-oh.
You don't see a single soul, but you just get a very bad feeling.
Should we open the door? See if we can just go in and check things out. I wonder if the door's even locked.
Well, does Loman communicate that to us?
Yep, I do.
Then I will
Nice.
bust the door down.
You kick the unlocked and unbarred door down. That was,
I, pro-
I
I
like
probably,
it.
I probably
I
could
like
have just opened it too, right?
Yeah, you kick the unlocked and unbarred door down.
I like it better
In
than us
fact,
just knocking.
I just want to do something here. Why don't you give me a here? Why don't you give me open doors, which is a strength. So just double click the where it says doors.
Can you
Come on,
open?
just double click it. It will put it in the tower automatically. Okay.
No.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
yeah,
you
okay.
kick. Wow. Wow. Look at this roll. Can you see the roll?
Yep.
Yeah.
So
I see
okay,
it.
yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it wasn't in the tower. That's good.
Yeah, it wasn't in
I
the tower.
hide a lot of the rolls from you. What I hide from you is the actual. I hide the actual detailed version of the to hit rolls because it gives away the AC.
Right.
That's not, that's stupid. That's why I hide it. So the attack rolls, you guys should only see your roll and your Thaco. Is that what you normally see on the attack rolls?
Yes.
Just as like, okay, that's what I want. Um, okay, Benrus, when you kick this thing in, one of the hinges breaks off the door. You kick it so hard. I mean, look at your success. You rolled it. You can't even get a better success than that. The door almost flies completely off the hinges. That's how hard you kick this thing. And it just slams open into a dimly lit room. You see dust particles kind of like bellow up from the impact of the door as the dust shines through some beams of light that are coming in through the window. But you smell a strong coppery smell, a smell that you've all become intimately familiar with.
So, of
Coppery.
course, after Bender does this, he'll draw his sword and rush in the room and yell
Okay.
out Zacharias' name.
Okay.
Zacharias, are you okay?
What is everybody else doing? And Laura, you know what the coppery, it's the smell of blood is what I'm referring to.
Oh,
Very
okay.
coppery smell. Yeah.
I get it. I thought there was a lot of copper pieces in here.
Yeah,
All of
yeah. Well, also it could have been the copper that gigantic haul of copper that you guys retrieved from the temple, right? So
Yeah.
you've grown accustomed to this smell, especially after the golden grain. You're intimately familiar with a bloodbath, and this just smells. The smell of blood is heavy in the air,
Yeah.
but you do not
Um,
smell death. You don't smell
It's
decay
just
or anything.
blood.
It's just
Okay.
blood.
Okay, sir.
Zadar draws a dagger
Okay. What
and
is
is looking
arrow?
for food.
Okay, there actually is a gigantic loaf of bread and cheese on the kitchen table where the chairs are overturned.
I love
And
that, Cesar.
say again.
I said I love that going for the food. Screw,
So
screw
he goes
everything
for the
else.
food. What does Loman and Arawak do?
Search for the moments.
Okay. Uh, this is a two-story house. So are you searching the lower level, the top level, or just going room by room?
Loman says, "Airwalk, you take down here. I'll go upstairs."
Okay. Talissa, what are you doing?
Kalissa will go upstairs with Loman.
Okay. Ben Russ.
I'm going to. Uh, I'm. I'm. I'm going to try and get Shadow. I don't know how I would do that. I want to try and get him to track, but I don't know. What I would. Command him.
The dog is pretty good at sensing, when somebody that, it can tell when somebody's there, and the dog's just kind of whimpering right now.
If I would look at him and say Zacharias, Zacharias,
Are
do
you
you think he would
holding
think
are you holding the dog?
I am not holding the dog? No.
Okay, the dog starts making his way into the parlor, the room where you actually met the
Okay.
mayor in the
Okay.
first session. Actually, he starts making his way into the parlor.
I will follow. And who else is around me?
Airwalk.
I will tell Airlock, this way, Airlock. I think
So,
Shadow caught on to something.
so making your way into the parlor, you actually find the bodyguard of Zacharias
Oh,
sprawled
man.
out on the floor with his his head is almost completely decapitated.
Oh my
It looks like a powerful blow to the neck. It didn't sever it completely, but it almost took it off. And he sprawled out on the floor in the parlor. And let me get you the name
Wow.
because it escapes me at this time, but I'll give
Yeah,
you
I
the
can't
his
remember
name.
either.
Um, Here it is. Uh, uh, Travis Stoutheart.
Okay.
And I'll remind you that he was the mayor's overprotective old warrior bodyguard that had been with Zacharias for 20 years. You know, he's his personal bodyguard and most trusted confidant. Um, has been slain and left unceremoniously left on the floor, and he deserved much better than the send off that he got.
Okay, Airwalk's gonna look and see if there's any cracks. Or
Okay,
they might have
give
been
me
taken.
a yeah. You don't even need a roll for this. There is muddy footprints, multiple. Arawak thinks that there is at least three, possibly four or five, even human-sized individuals. They don't look animal, and they don't look demi-human. He thinks that most of the tracks are of human, and they come from the front door, and they also come from the back door into the house. You can see that there's smeared muddy prints. It looks like the bulk of the fighting happened here in the parlor, and you can see that some other tracks looks like two individuals made their way from there up the stairs and then back out through the front door. Everyone left out the front door. And this takes Arawak a little bit of time, but he's very good at tracking, so he
But we got the impression that Travis was a hardened veteran fighter, right?
mhm,
Hmm.
absolutely.
Zacharias was.
Yep. They were old, and to remind you, they were old war buddies. Zacharias was an old warrior. In fact, the two elves, Farlight and Garrick, actually fought with him in the Troll Wars 20 years prior.
And we also got the wife, his wife.
Yes, and he's got a child. So he's got two older sons, two daughters. So this is who he lived with. He lived with the retired warrior, uh, which is his bodyguard, Travis, his wife. He had two daughters and two older sons.
But their bodies haven't been,
How
You don't
far?
see any.
we haven't found any bodies
How far can
other than
Arawak
Travis.
follow the tracks?
Yeah.
Once you get outside. Okay. Well, first of all, going upstairs, you do find the body of one of the older sons.
Oh shit.
But the wife, his other son, and his two daughters are missing.
And you said that it didn't smell like death in here, so this is like very recent.
That would be the
Yes.
assumption.
Guys, are we gonna track these people?
So, judging by how the tracks are dried, so it's been a little bit of time. Um, Making your way out and looking at the main road, you follow the tracks onto the main road, and they go out into the field, and then you kind of lose the tracks a little bit as it goes into the tilled farmlands to the south. So it looks like you can see that they headed south of your position, which would be right here, and then they started heading east, like so. And
Ben,
you follow it for about 20 minutes, and then you just lose it.
Benner says we should get some rest, bury Travis, and then in the morning we can set out to find the mayor and wife.
Well, let's first see if the hermit is back. Check in with the rest of.
You're gonna rest at the Golden Grain,
Sorry, no, not the gold.
the Slumbering Serpent. Okay. And you want to check in on Romney, and you want to bury Travis.
Yes, I do.
It's gonna be a full day. Where? Okay.
And the
So
sun.
and the
And the sun.
sun.
And the
So
sun,
they
yeah.
have. So they have a local graveyard here. I'm gonna say that you're able to accomplish all of this to expedite it a little bit. I'm gonna say that you visit Romney's and it's still nobody is there. He still appears to be gone. Um, with the help of the miller, you're able to bury Travis Stoutheart and his son Sheb, or that's Zacharias is one of his older sons named Sheb. You're able to bury Sheb and Travis. Um, and Romney's not there. And then you're able to make your way to the slumbering serpent, at which point you can rest if that's what. But how long are you guys planning on resting, and what? How long do you want to stay here before continuing on?
Well, first of all, I'd like to know, was there a big fight that was put up in,
It
in,
looks
in a
it looks like there
mayor's
was
house?
yeah. So to
Okay,
back it up, yeah, there looks like there was a fairly violent struggle.
okay.
Well, I mean, if they have the mayor and his wife and the other sons, I mean, we don't want to let them get away too far. I mean, time might be of the essence here, but we also need to rest. So I guess the shortest rest possible. What is that, 8 hours?
Yep.
Mm.
To recover, it's going to be more than that because Zadar is fatigued. So he's going to need, you guys are going to need to post up for 24 hours in order for him to, really
Get a
get back.
full, yep.
Yep. And it starts to rain a little bit right now. You know that this is probably 1, 2, 3 in the afternoon.
Well,
There's a
that's gonna get rid of all the
light
tracks.
rain. There's a light rain right now, and then the light rain turns into a heavier rain, and the wind picks up. And there's a strong wind, and it's about 20 degrees Fahrenheit cooler than normal.
So these tracks that Airwalk followed for a little bit, they
Hmm.
went south
And
South and
east.
then east.
and then east.
Hmm.
Is that
To
towards
the
the swamp?
That is towards the Rushmores, yes.
Okay. So we know where we have to go. Not exactly, but we need to go to the swamp.
Well, you have to remind you because I may have gotten a little scattered with you guys. There's 3 targets. There's
Yeah.
the temple. There's also the underneath the Golden Grain, and then there's your third
Yeah.
target, which would be the Rushmores.
Yeah.
But the Rushmores, you have no. Right now, you have no clue. You have to realize the Rushmores is a massive swamp, and the only thing that you have to go on is I think we were taken to the Rushmores. We were taken deep into the swamp,
Right.
but you have no map, you have
Yeah.
no direction, you have no idea exactly where in the swamp to go. So
Exactly.
it's a deadly enough place to wander around and even knowing where you're going, let alone having, no direction at all.
Are
And
we
I'm
at the inn
not
right
trying to
now, or
deter you or,
technically
or make
in?
your mind up for you. I'm just letting you know things that you would know as being obvious. What was that,
Right.
Tommy?
Are we still in town?
Yes.
You are in Orlane,
Okay.
yes, correct. In fact, let me move. Can you see the map, Tommy?
Yeah,
The
I just
Orlane
didn't
map?
know
Yeah,
where
you're
we
right
were at
here.
the current moment.
Yeah, you're right here
At
on
the
the
inn.
map. Yeah, slumbering serpent.
Okay, well, let's get some rest, and
Okay.
Yeah, and then we can talk
we
about
we
what to
can
do next.
decide. Yeah, we can decide where we want to go next. Back
Yeah.
to the temple, or check out the rest of the Golden Green.
So you're gonna rest for 24 hours. A
Yeah,
day,
I think we should.
a good day.
Yeah.
and try to get as early a start as you can on the following day.
Yeah, because we
Yeah,
want everybody at the top.
yeah. Okay.
That will get rid of exhaustion.
Yep.
It
Fatigue.
will
Yeah.
get rid of your exhaustion,
Fatigue, sorry.
your fatigue, correct? From a technical standpoint, yes, it
Yeah.
will. You just
Basically.
need some rest. I mean, you did good, but now that your adrenaline has kind of died down, you're extremely tired now, right? Because not only you've been hung up on a wall for 2 days, but then did a bunch of fighting, and then kind of you're in the come down right now, and
And then
you're
he ate
finding it
some bread,
hard.
ate
You
some
ate
bread
some
and
bread
cheese
too. You got that
next to
carbo.
like the de- next to some corpses and the.
I
Yeah, yeah.
did. I did. I was gonna say like as quiet as possible. Zadar attempted to eat that bread and cheese while you guys walked forward
I'm
and
not judging
discovered
him.
bodies.
I'm not judging him. I mean, think about it. You know what I mean? The guy was,
Wait, starving.
yeah, he's
Yeah,
starving.
he couldn't pass that.
We
He was
should have offered
starving.
you some rations.
Yeah, he was completely starving.
He's too
So,
proud.
yeah, well, he needed it, man. I mean, fighting and being hung on a wall. So, to give you guys a little bit of recap, you make your way through the town. The streets just seem to get quieter and quieter every day, man. It's like either the people are hiding or there's just more people disappearing, but whatever the cause, it just seems to get dead, more and more dead as the days progress. You've been here for about 7 days now, and even within that little a time frame, you've noticed a significant difference. Um, Again, doors, windows just shuttered up. People, they see you, and working in their yards or in their fields, they see you and they kind of, they don't wave. They kind of keep their head down or either make their way back into their house or just turn their head. Um, on this day, it's a gloomy day, and even gloomier, made even gloomier by the unceremonious funeral that you had to throw for the mayor's fallen son and the brave bodyguard. Um, and it was a nice plot that they were buried in. The cemetery is kind of a quaint, nice cemetery yard. Um, what else? Before you wind up going back again for the evening to rest, to finally hang up your hat around 4 or 5 in the afternoon. Uh, Loman checks on Romney's again, and again, it's dead. There's nobody home. The lights are out. Nobody's home. Um, and that pretty much sums that up. So at this point, we'll rest you guys.
So if we take that long of a rest, I'm sure everybody's going to be fully healed up, right? With their casting spells and stuff.
Uh, yeah, exactly. If you guys are going to be utilizing spells like intelligently trying to heal everybody up,
Right.
yes,
Right.
and I'll adjust that right now for everybody. I'll make sure everybody's,
Okay.
because in that amount of time you can wind up cycling through like that. Oh man, you are good. Talissa actually used her cure lights to get Aerowalk and Benros back up to health. Zidar, you are back up, and I'm going to remove the fatigue effect from you, which should help quite
Woohoo.
significantly. Zidar, you feel amazing. Just a 100% difference from how you felt 24 hours before.
It's that bread you ate.
It
Yeah, I
was.
noticed there's actually rations in my inventory, so I was just kind of assuming that when you guys rescued me, you gave me
Mhm.
something,
I'm glad you brought that up.
but it wasn't
I,
enough.
I'm very I
Mhm.
love the idea of really being like really. You guys are great about this, but I just thought I'd remind you. I love the idea of really keeping strong tabs on what's on our inventory because
Well,
I
that
actually,
that
I
locket was in my inventory too, so I'm just
yeah,
using that to build a
Yeah.
backstory.
My point is that things like oil, consumables, right? Things that you can run out of. I personally find it fun. I don't know how fun you guys find it, but keeping track of that type of thing because it becomes a little mini game in itself, right? Like if you just always have infinite torches or infinite oil, that can get, you know,
Yeah,
boring at times.
it's
So
like
like,
game psychology.
right. So the I appreciate it. I know you guys already do it, but I appreciate that you guys deplete those things when you use them and keep track of it. I just wanted to say I appreciate that. Um, as far as and then with that being said, I'm not. You don't need to deplete your rations or water at this point because the slumbering serpent has an ample supply of both. But what you do need to do is, since this has been a week, you need to divvy it up amongst yourselves, or one of you can pay it, but you need to subtract 7 silver from your the party's coffers, as it were.
Okay, I can pay
And
it.
this is
Would
okay.
And
This,
what about leveling up? Are we doing leveling up?
yeah, yeah. So because this is such a low level game and it can be very challenging at times, I'm not for the first 4 levels of your character. I'm not requiring training because frankly, you're not going to find any training in Orlane, and you're not going to derail the entire game to go hike 4 days east or west to go find someone to train you and pay a bunch of money. So go ahead. Who's level? Who's? Let me check everybody. Loman, you're leveling up your multi-class, correct?
Yeah, leveling up in thief.
Oh, that's really great. Okay, let me check what Tommy's got here.
Is it too late to multi-class for me? I would have to
No,
like reallocate points,
well,
right?
there's no multi-classing with human. What there is dual classing, and it can get a little bit complicated. But if that's what you would like to do, I can explain that
Maybe
to you later.
maybe I
Yeah,
shouldn't do that this go around. I'll mess with that the next campaign
yeah.
just to
It's
keep it
there's
simple.
2E. It makes it extremely convoluted and difficult, but
Let me get
essentially,
more familiar with 2E and then I'll start
yeah, I
messing
would
with that.
recommend that. Yeah, humans, it's dual classing, and demi-humans, it's called multi-classing. They're 2 different systems mechanically that accomplish kind of the similar, thing, but
Hmm.
they're anyway, you're almost to level 2. In fact, you are so close to level 2 that that is ridiculous. You're 3 hit points away from level 2. So here, I'm going to give you this.
What was that book you showed me that was like subclasses? It was second edition, but it was called something else. It wasn't called multi-class or dual
oh,
class.
kit,
Was it dual
Kits.
class? I guess it
It's kits.
kits. That's
kit,
what it
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
is.
You
That
can
part of this fantasy
you can
ground.
totally pick a kit.
yeah.
Read about the fighter kits, and you can pick one.
Well, that's what
Um,
Denver says is the Animal Master kit
I'll
under
tell you
dwarves.
what I'm gonna do, Tommy. I'll send you the complete. I think I already did, but check your personal messages. I think I sent you the player's handbook, and I think I sent you the complete book of fighter.
Okay.
Check your personal messages,
Yeah.
and again, you have access to my insane collection of PDFs too.
Yeah,
I'll
But
find it. I'll
that's the
find
book.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the book that you want, is the complete book of fighter, and you're gonna want to read about kits in there.
it's good
That
reading.
being said, you're leveled up, so and Loman, you want to level up your guy. Who else is leveling up?
Not me.
I
Okay,
don't have enough yet.
What level is everybody?
Loman, did you level, or Dwayne, did you level up?
Yes, I did. I'm just doing
Okay,
my
you allocate.
skills. Yeah,
Yeah, you allocated your 15. Is it 15 points per level?
30. You can only do 15 to any one skill.
Oh, it's 30 with thieves. Okay, so it's 30 per level. Very
Yeah.
good. Okay, your Thaco should be improved. Okay, so Cleric level 1. Lyric, or I'm sorry, Talissa is, you're still about 1,000 away. You can always,
Yeah.
you know how to open it up and look at it, right, babe?
Yeah, I'm looking at it
So
right now.
whenever there's a
Seeing
green
everything.
checkbox there, click on it, and that will apply
Oh,
the
should
diff.
I
I
go
already
ahead
did
and
it.
apply?
I
Oh,
did
you
it.
did.
I
Okay.
did it. But whenever you see a green checkbox there, that means there's unallocated
Oh, I
experience.
see. Hmm.
Um,
Can you reset my spells though?
yes, absolutely.
Yeah, when we get a rest.
Yeah,
Oh,
I already
Or
did the
d-
rest. Yeah, so what I'll do is I just need to I did the time, I didn't do the rest, so I'll do that right now.
In answer to your question, is I'm level 2.
Oh,
I don't
thank you,
know.
Tommy, for bringing that back up. I knew I was missing something.
I'm guessing most of you guys are 2 and
I think so.
Yeah, I am
Three-
too.
Yeah, I
Also,
just went up
Yes,
to
most
2
of you are too.
in
oh,
the
2.
Yes.
thief.
Okay.
How? Where is the? I can't believe I forgot this again. Where is the How do I rest? Do the cycle the rest? Is there any way to do that in this
It's
rule
on the
set?
combat tracker.
I'm looking and I don't see it.
So go in the menu.
Yeah, I'm looking. I don't see it. I see initiative. I see. There we go. Sorry. I don't know why I wasn't seeing that. So this is 420. Oh, wow. Okay, perfect. How'd that, everybody reset? How's that?
Yes. Yeah, the spells reset.
oh yeah,
I don't know why I could not remember that.
cool. Thanks.
It's funny when I do the rest, I'm always using the clock adjuster, to do everything, and I
Oh,
forget that because I keep track of time like pretty good with this thing. I love this extension. There's like reminders and all types of shit. I got weather with it. Okay, guys. Let's see. So Owlin, who is the it's Belba and her husband Owlin run the slumbering serpent. And they kind of inquire how it's been going lately.
not very good. Zacharias is missing.
She is holding a bunch of plates when you tell her this, and she drops them to the floor, and they shatter all over the floor. And she throws and cups her hand to her mouth and says, "No, what?
Yeah,
What
we
happened?"
found bodyguard dead in his house and blood and tracks. We're just resting up so we can go after him.
As soon as you say that the bodyguard is dead, Owlin says, "Travis,
Yes,
Travis has been killed."
yes, he has.
Yes,
Yeah, they.
in the most ruthless manner too.
This town is dying. This must end. This madness must end. And then Alan says, "If I was 30 years younger."
Hmm.
Venris is going to go up to Zadar
Hmm.
and ask Zadar, when we rescued you, you said that you were sleeping in the Golden Grain, did you not? When you were
Yes,
attacked?
yes, Tommy, you were
Yeah, I
in the
couldn't
golden
remember
ring.
sleeping or
Yeah,
not.
yeah, no, it's fine. So let me show you
So
the
I was like in my room asleep.
yeah, and
Okay.
I actually missed the opportunity to show her this really cool image that literally concerns Tommy. So it's
Well, that's what confused me was that image because he's like at the bar, like getting knocked out, right?
yeah, yeah. So yeah,
But I was up in my room, passed out.
it's yeah, hold on. So essentially, yeah, it's not that one. I needed to name these better. Essentially, what happened is that Zadar was road weary and he stayed at the Golden Grain Inn, got drunk, went upstairs. Sometime late in the night, the wall opened up. He only had a moment to realize what was going on. He kind of came right out of sleep, thrown out of sleep to a bunch of people grabbing him in the dark and clubbing. They put a bag over his head, but he was struggling, and then all he remembers is just being is it goes blank
What?
after that. They must have knocked him out,
Okay.
and then he woke up in his previous predicament there in the temple. Yeah, so kind of again, I can see what you mean by this image, but yeah, they pulled one of these things, like the image
Ah,
shows.
okay. But he really didn't get a good look at him, did he?
No,
Okay.
dark in the room, had to be like maybe early morning. I mean, they came in the dead of night, right? We're talking like 2, 3 in the morning to someone who's drunk sleep, like
Right.
asleep after passing out. He was deep in his cups, but he is a fighter, and he is, he's got the instinct to spring up into battle, and he did, but
It was
everything
too
happened so
overwhelming.
fast, and he put up a fight, but they clubbed him over the head and bagged him and tagged him,
So
and
Fenris looks at Zadar and the rest of the party should be ask the Golden Grain about this?
Well, no, we already killed everyone in the Golden Grain.
Oh, I thought Golden Grain was the other one.
no, no, no.
Ah,
You're in the slumbering serpent right
oh,
now.
okay.
Um, and at the Golden Grain, if you remember, you were ambushed by the proprietor and a bunch of his
That's right.
patrons. You killed everyone, including the cook.
Yeah, I
You
remember him
killed a
locking the
bunch of
door.
people upstairs. You made your way into the basement, and they had
All right.
found a secret. You found a trap door in the proprietor's bedroom. You made your way downstairs into another secret room, which had a heavy metal door, barred metal door. You proceeded through into these man-made tunnels and were set upon by ghouls and barely made your way out alive. The place
Um,
smelled of death, and you never proceeded further inside. You never went back.
So we probably might need to investigate more and see if we can find a map to guide us. Because the slogging around the marshes blind without knowing where we're going might be hard to find them. So a bit of time spent here might put us
I
on
think the
track.
expression you're looking for is needle in multiple haystacks.
yeah.
Yeah,
So you're saying we should finish the temple or
it,
finish the Golden Grain?
exactly. One or the other
Yeah.
may hold the key to
Yeah, I
information.
agree. I
One
agree.
moment, guys. Be right back.
But which one?
Well, I think we kind of searched the Golden Grain. Like in that, I don't think it's the information's going to be past where the ghouls were. So probably the temple, because they're shipping money from the temple to wherever. So maybe there's some notes on how
Yeah, if
they
there's
get there.
information to be had, I think it would be in the temple. Yep.
Yeah.
All right, just filling up my water. So what I'm
Spencer, you're cutting out,
Yeah.
sweetie. Are you in the kitchen?
give me a
Yeah, he's in the kitchen.
I think we've taken out the leaders in the temple, so I think we can probably just head on in and whoever
Yeah.
else is.
Well, the fact that you haven't been ambushed yet, I would say, I don't want to give clues away, but you must have made some type of impression on somebody. Okay, guys, so what are we doing here as a group?
Heading to the temple.
Yep.
Okay. You would guess it's about midday right now, or 12, high noon. Um, let's see. It's heavily raining today. So by the time you get on the road, I mean, it's been raining all day. It's a slog through the mud. Um, when you make your way about here, you see that the mill, the mill wheel, is just really churning along. You can see candles flickering in the windows through the rain. You pass by Vilma's.
Let's check in on
It's
Velma.
Yeah.
okay. So you make your way to the door, and before you can even get to the door, Loman, Vilma opens it up and greets you. She's got like a cup of tea in her hand, and she gives you that pleasant smile. Says, "Well met, friends."
Everything still okay with you, Velma?
Aye, everything is great.
You haven't seen
How
any.
goes with you?
Haven't seen any more activity. Well, we've rescued from the Temple of Marika. Like the clergy have been corrupted.
She basically, okay, so when you say this, she says, "I knew it. I knew something was wrong with them."
Your hunch was right.
Yep, confirmed that. So we're going back to see if we can find where was coming from.
She says, "I heard about Zacharias. Such a shame.
It
Such a
is.
lovely, wonderful man. And Travis, too. I used to bake them bread and bring it to them. Such a shame. It may be time for these old bones to leave this place. The town just seems to be drying up."
We're gonna see if
Where
we
would
can
you go?
rescue Zacharias.
Calissa asks,
We
Velma,
would be
where would you
much we would be much
if you were to
indebted.
leave?
Oh, I can go stay with my sister in the city.
Okay.
Might be a good idea until it's.
Do you say true? Why would they want an old bag like me?
I don't know. They're shipping money. Do you have any valuables? Because they might come
When you
after
say
that.
when you say this, she kind of looks down at these like super ornate rings that she has on her hand. You see a sapphire and a jade ring, and she blushes. "I've accumulated a few things in my time."
To be shipping out wealth coming from.
Maybe it's time I pack up and leave this place. When would you suggest I go?
Or nightfall, probably.
That soon. Things must be very dire indeed.
Well, it's coming to a
Well,
head one way or another.
I trust your judgment. I knew all of you had a good look upon you. Please save this town. It means so much to so many of us.
Do it or die trying.
And then I will take my leave. I sense the danger is very real and I can see it in your eyes. And I trust your judgment. Please send word to the city. I'm making my way to Hachuch, to the west, with
Check
my
in.
sister.
Yeah, check in on Cyrilla.
Cyrilla? You encountered Cyrilla?
We
I'm
rescued her
sorry if you.
from the temple.
I thought her family lived in Hokill, to the east.
Oh, I get these human towns all mixed.
Well, in any event, I thank you again. She was a lovely girl. Don't know what's wrong with her family lately. How can they have a missing daughter and act like they don't have a care in the world about it? Very odd.
Because they're ensorcelled. Whatever is changing people has got its on them, but somehow Cyrilla resisted it, kept her prisoner.
No doubt by that fiend and pervert, Abramo.
Ah, yes.
Aye, the son of a bitch always had eyes for that young girl. 40 years her senior, he is, if not a day. Disgusting man.
Well, he won't.
He has eyes for her no longer, though.
As
You
the
say
Dar
true.
spits.
You say true. Has something befallen Abramo?
You
I
could say
did,
that.
says Arawak.
There you go.
So Abramo and his priests of America, they were behind all of this.
Well, something else is behind them, but they were corrupted.
This would make sense. They were always a good sort, although Abramo did annoy me with his constant perving out on the young girl. They were a peaceful sort. The Temple of America, as I said, was a wonderful place to visit, and I sure enjoyed Misha's company. I know Zacharias did too. But this makes sense why they would turn so fast and fall so hard from grace. I will take my leave. The situation is indeed dire.
Gods be with you.
The gods be with you, my gnomish friend, and to you. Oh, and she does like a little curtsy.
Arawak looks at Benrus and starts taking money out of his purse and
Oh my god. Oh
should
my
give her
god.
money.
I think Talissa says she has enough money, Arawak. It's okay.
Yeah, yeah. Benris puts his hand on his arm and shakes his head no.
Okay, Arawak scratches his head, puzzled.
Good thought,
What?
Arawak. Good thought.
Yes. I love this, man. Guys are really great role play with these characters. It's really coming
And
alive.
what was your name, Vilma?
Yeah.
Dilma, yes.
Vilma, all I ask is that you stay safe.
She has there's a love she gives you a loving look and says thank you my friend, please save this town.
Okay, we're off to it. We're back to the temple. See if we can find where the evil is coming from.
She watches as you go, like she stands in the door jamb in the rain and waves until you're out of sight. You make your way back down past here. The water's really churning. You can see that mill wheel right here just really going fast. Nobody's on the street. You hear the blacksmith's anvil when you get right about now, and you can
Like peek
see
in the
that there's a
window.
you can well, the
I'm
house.
asking the party if I should peek in the window.
No, Talissa gives Loman a look that clearly means don't even think about it.
I see. Okay, well, you guys make your way to the temple. It's unbarred and the doors are open. Nobody has bothered to close them in 24 hours. So do you
I need to.
Okay, I can do that.
I light a torch as we
Yeah,
get closer to the entrance,
okay. Yeah, it's
out of the
gloomy
rain.
out. Got you. Let me when we get in, we'll do that. So here, let's do this. Oh, you've never seen this before, have you, Tommy?
The entrance? No,
Yeah,
because we came in
level 1.
the
One out the
window. Yeah.
back. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh, you know what? Let's do it like this. Let's how do you do that? Is there a way to remove? Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah, this is much better. Theater of mind. There we go. Um, is there no lighting here? Can you guys see the map?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, one moment. That is so bizarre.
I also see looks like a devil.
No, that's
That's our
the
party
party
token.
token.
I know.
Oh, Jesus.
I was being
Every
funny.
time, Roger.
Yeah, he is a smart. I know.
Damn, he's
Gets
really
me.
good.
I know he gets me, man. He really does get me.
Huh.
You know what's confusing to me is why the lighting looks so different to me right now. I had
Hmm.
like really nice lighting on this level.
But
and
like
It's
it's
gone. It's
like
just
there's no
like
filter.
yeah, it's just basic lighting right now. I don't understand. You know what? Give me 1 minute here.
I see the LOS shading, but
Yeah, the LOS is there.
I just
It's
don't
like
see
the
any kind of like
actual.
filtering.
Yeah, there's no
Hmm.
like, yeah, no, it's like actually like real lighting I did. Like,
Well,
I wonder if like when I dropped the,
on the map, the LOS and the lighting, I think, are separate, like toggles, right?
yeah, yeah, exactly. Oh, here we go.
There it is.
That's
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that,
had,
that looks good.
Yeah.
that's much better.
that looks
I was
really
Yeah.
like,
good.
why is that, because the reason why that's important too is because some of the areas are lit, right? But
Yeah.
some of them aren't. So, Zadar, you wanted to light a torch,
At
correct?
this juncture, yes. Once we
Okay,
got out of the rain.
so here, let me look at what you got here. So what you're gonna do is in your inventory, you're gonna want to click the bag and turn it into a shirt. So equipped it in your inventory. There you go. Perfect. You have a torch equipped.
Woo.
Um, but we're just gonna use the party token, which has a torch equipped, but this will keep it so that your torch is burning and it will keep track of the time that you have it lit. Um, Let me do this. Close this, and let's not close the fantasy grounds again. I almost did it again, guys, with that
Careful.
X. Yeah, that's a gnarly one. Okay, so let's get this party started again. So here's the main chamber, and I'm going to read it off. So this large room has a tiled floor decorated with abstract mosaic pattern in orange, tan, brown, and blue. That's what you see like all over the floor. It's just mosaics. Several tapestries decorate the walls, all walls, so that's the west and east, all depicting scenes of lush farmland and crops in various stages of maturity. Five huge elm tree trunks serve as columns in the room. That's those pillars that you see there. They're actual elm tree trunks that go to the ceiling. They serve as pillars.
Hmm.
There's a statue of America in the north end, on top of a dais and with a carved from a solid piece of jade. It's mounted on a low dais at the north end of the room. So all in all, seems pretty normal in this room, but looks, as you have recently discovered, can be quite deceiving. Um, and to give you a little bit of recap of where you've been, you've actually made your way through this door and this door, this one being Misha's chamber, where you had the encounter with Misha and a few of
Right.
the monks. Yep, and you can move around. Just when I say stop, stop, but other than that, you can move freely.
We haven't been to the west.
You have not been anywhere in the West Wing. And remember, you also found something on this floor. Remember?
Oh, the trap door to the basement
There you go. Give this man a cigar.
was in Misha's.
Mm-hmm.
So I gather
Yeah,
it's
under the
complete.
bed.
What
Oh
was
yeah,
that?
that's right.
Yeah, it's
I
under the
gather it's
bed.
complete silence.
Complete silence.
Okay.
The
Zadar asked
torches,
about any other female hostages.
We haven't.
say again, tell me.
If
What?
any other female hostages were found, or any other.
No, we only found you and Rilla are the only captives we found so far.
So far.
They seem to like, get their crop of people in waves, right, and ship them off to wherever, who knows where.
So let's clear the door to the left, to the west, and then we can go back to the trap door.
I think we already cleared that. That's we came in. We chased the. Uh,
No, the door to the west.
oh, you mean the
That
wing, the
one.
west wing? Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
west wing.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah.
you
Let's
got,
finish
just so
this
you know,
floor.
so you know, you have two, at least two
Oh,
that you
there's
can
another one.
see. One right here, and you have one right here that you can see.
Okay.
So if it mirrors the other side, then this one should go to a hall.
It should also be noted, and this is a little off topic, but you find it you should find it quite strange that this statue and the statues that you encountered in here, which, do you remember what they were?
Like
Where the arrow's pointing?
grain, like food, statues of food stuffs, wasn't it?
Statues of, yeah, of crops,
That's
Wheat.
like
right.
beautifully ornate statues, golden
Wheat,
statues,
corn. Yeah.
corn, wheat, everything else, and none of these are defiled.
Hmm.
And neither is the and that was my point, is that of all the defilement that you've seen in the upper floors, this entranceway and the main hallway, none of the statues appear to have been touched or defiled in any way. I
Okay.
just wanted to let you know, like, of all the details, you know.
Yeah. Because they weren't having visitors, so it wasn't like they were putting up a front or anything. But maybe these are protected by war. Okay,
Yeah.
so should we go through this door, guys?
Yeah, let's give that door
Okay,
a go.
Loman's gonna listen at.
You don't hear anything.
Okay.
The only thing you do hear is the torches, which are now beginning to, I mean, these were like large torches, and they're almost burned down to they're getting low, is what I'm trying to say. The torches are getting low in this area. They haven't been refitted or refilled or relit and replaced. And you can hear them burning. You can hear the popping, crackling sound. Torches, in fact. Thank
The
you.
door.
Hold on one second. Stop. Here we go. Much better. Okay. This appears to be a large dining hall. A handsome display case, which contains examples of some of the finer harvests to come from Orlane's area. A huge carrot, a plump ear of corn, a cluster of tall wheat stalks, and a bottle of wine sit proudly on display against the wall. All is quiet. Now, just to give you a better idea of where you see this right here in the northern end. That's the table.
Go up and check it. Check out that room.
There's a door to your behind you as well.
How far?
How far is the door behind you?
Yeah.
10 feet, right here.
Oh, yeah.
Talissa wants to get a little closer look at the north end
Yeah.
of this room.
Airwalk's keeping an eye on that door.
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
kind of
so
hinging towards the north as well.
okay, beautiful. I
With
like how you guys
Delissa.
are playing this. Yeah. So yeah, to give me an idea where everyone's at, that's great. This is exactly so much easier with one token, for
Yeah.
the DM. All right. So Arawak's keeping an eye on the southern door, and Talissa and who's going up to the table?
Bowman.
Alyssa.
Zadar.
Loman and Zadar. Okay. Now Talissa and Benros, where are you?
Alyssa's right
He
around
went to the
here.
table.
Okay. In fact, let's just do this. That's what it's there for. On the party sheet, can you guys drag in your basic formation under order? You know how to get there, Tommy? You go to the party sheet, and then it's under order. Okay.
But the down arrow is
Front.
front.
Look about right.
This is probably up front with a bit.
Like that. Okay. Beautiful. Yeah.
Zadar is up with us, I think.
Yeah. Got it. Zadar is
Yeah.
up front. Benros is kind of sidelining. Arawak's in the rear. Got it. Okay. And then we can just hotkey the party sheet down to your quick bar somewhere so that you can always switch that out when we're doing like this single token
I don't think you can hotkey the
movement.
party sheet.
You can if you have it on the sidebar.
Oh, okay.
You put it, what I had to do is I had to turn on the sidebar.
Oh, okay.
And the same thing with, there's a few things you have to do like that, like, what is it? The reference manual and a few other things. You have to open up the modules that way and then go into reference manual and then drag the link down to the hotbar. And then the same thing with the party sheet and something else. Yeah, that I turn it on just for like briefly to get that in. Anyway, back to this. It's dimly lit. It's just candle lit, this room. And again, it does appear to be some type of or it appears to be a dining hall. Um, the food looks like it's been sitting here for a little while. And all else is dark and all is quiet. You do see that there is a door to your east, simple wooden door.
Hmm.
Loman will listen.
Okay, how's he doing? Like he's just putting his head up against the door, or
Yes.
can you give me a roll in the tower? Listen, check in the tower. You do not hear anything. Dead silent.
Oh, we open it?
Generous. Hunters.
Uh, let's do change of pace at R. Would you like to do the honors?
Yes.
Gonna
He
open the door.
Yeah,
seems
he looks like he's eager for.
he seems confident with that.
The door
Least
opens
I could do.
with a loud creak,
Fuck.
and what you see is a long hallway, and then along the hallway against the northern side of the wall in this hallway, you see what appears to be multiple sliding wooden doors.
Hmm.
This looks to you like those who
Mm,
are familiar with the church, like confessionals.
Oh shit.
That's scary.
Give me one moment.
Everybody gets one.
You enter into a dimly lit hallway lined with 5 wooden doors along the northern wall. Having visited many temples, you recognize this as possibly being meditation cells. or confession booths. Still, not a sound can be heard. Man, I should really read my writing more often rather than try to do everything off the top of my head. Um,
Clear them.
one
Yeah.
moment. One moment. One moment.
I wonder if we should start with the closest door or the furthest door and work our way back.
Closest.
Okay, yeah, good point.
And something won't escape while we're in the back of the hallway.
Yeah.
Or corner us.
Yeah.
I say we do them all at the same time.
That's what I was gonna say at
Yeah.
first.
Yeah, I know. Just go into each of us go into the confessional.
Like a game
Oh,
show.
Yeah.
okay. I can see the lighting's all.
Yeah, I'm fixing it.
Okay.
I just had to get you guys in here. Go ahead and drag your tokens where you would like them positioned.
I think most of them were in the other room,
Yeah,
I guess. Or
here I can get it for you. So just here, I'll unlock it. I don't know why I locked that. Go ahead and move them. It's hard when you drag all of them onto a small section because they'll go all over the place. I think
Yeah.
next time I'll just try to drag them into a bigger room. Does that look good to you guys? Okay, lock that down. Not that I'm locking it down for any reason. I mean, you never know. With me, I could be bluffing, you know?
Mm-hmm.
All right, gentlemen, ladies, what are we doing here in this dimly lit corridor of confessionals? And
I'm
it's
kind
like,
of walking door by door just to see if there's any signs of something coming from under the door or any damage to any of these doors.
so
Are they
what
all
you're asking, or
completely
what you,
closed?
so what you're saying is you're going to go down the hallway, proceed all the
Yeah,
way down the hallway, and
to
look,
this point. Yeah,
investigate each door.
just
Okay.
for any kind of obvious signs of weirdness.
You don't notice anything out of the ordinary. You make your way down each of them. Most of them seem they're pretty flush with the floor.
Okay,
But there's no light coming from underneath them. That's one thing that stands out to you.
all completely closed.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna kind of walk back towards the group and suggest that we open this first one.
Okay.
Or
Give me
I
one.
will open that first one.
Which one are you opening?
Well, the first one
This,
is, yeah.
Okay,
this
right
one
there.
here. Yeah,
Gotcha.
very slowly opening this.
So peering inside is it's an empty cell except for a reed prayer mat. So a prayer mat made of reeds.
Okay, next one.
Okay. You're
I'm
gonna
gonna be
continue.
holding on to the shadow, by the way.
Okay. You're gonna continue down and repeat this action. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah,
I'm gonna unlock it because everybody's here. There you go. You can move your tokens. Just stop when I say stop. Okay, so you're gonna open this next one. Go ahead and
yeah.
click to open it. Okay. When you open this door, there is a monk, not unlike some of the ones that you've seen before, guys,
Hey, buddy.
standing there holding a knife up like the cover of Child's Play, like Chucky. Like literally with there's just this sick look on his face and a gigantic knife, and he takes a swing, and I'm gonna need everybody to roll surprise.
This is like
So,
opening bathroom stalls in Fallout.
yep, I'm gonna need everybody to roll surprise. So for those of you who haven't done it, go to your actions tab. There's actually a button for this, and you'll see where you can hit delay, done, act. There's a surprise button.
Double click it?
Single.
Single click.
Okay.
So is this monk singing everybody was kung fu fighting?
He's not. He looks like he's actually doesn't say a word. He's just grinning. He's just grinning at you. Okay, so luckily, I mean, maybe it's the rest,
Wow.
maybe it's the food, maybe it's just companionship with your newfound, your newfound friends. But Sidar, you were ready for this guy. So I'm gonna require everybody roll initiative at this point, except Benrus.
Yep. I'm too busy holding on to Shadow.
Yeah, you were actually surprised by this. You weren't
Yeah.
We're
expecting
ready.
it. Just state your actions or roll
Oh,
initiative,
I've
and
got
we'll
my
apply
quarter
it.
stuff ready.
I'm
Perfect.
assuming I just had my longsword unsheathed
You can
due to the lack of
you can
surprise.
totally, as a free action, because it's on your belt. Or how are you wearing your longsword, by the way? Do you have it strapped on your back, or is it on a belt?
Sheathed on a belt.
Okay, yeah, you can totally draw that as a free action.
Airwalk had his bow out.
He did. Yeah, perfect. Is that everybody? We need,
Yeah,
yep, that's everybody.
Alyssa with the sickle.
Yep, okay. So, no, you don't get to play, Penrose. And neither does your dog.
Nope.
Talissa, you actually, maybe it's just the look on Zidar's face, but you just know something's off immediately and can actually react at this point.
Okay,
Actually,
what I
Zidar, let me ask something. Zidar, do you say anything? Do you can say something? What do you do when you open it and see this guy? I should have asked that from the get-go.
I say, holy handbasket.
All right, that I'm depleting. I'm actually negating some experience points for that terrible
Ah,
one-liner.
Holy handbag.
So you might have lost a level. In fact, you know what? Before we even start with this, you're level 2. We didn't even level you up. So do you want me to do that for you really quick? I can level you up right now, like in 2 seconds here. I'm just gonna do it.
Is
It's going to
it?
give you a better THACO. There's nothing to pick at level 2 for a fighter. It's not like 5e where every level you get 50 million video game abilities. It's not like that. What
If
happened is
it's quick, yeah.
Few
hey,
more
you
hits.
got 6 additional hit points too.
That's
You actually
right.
rolled good for your hit points. So you got
Yeah.
6 additional hit
Yeah,
points,
I'm not gonna argue with you.
and then THACO. You got your THACO went down by 1 and 6 additional hit points. But yeah, there's nothing to
Right.
pick. It's not like 5th edition.
Okay.
Yeah, it's much more of like a role play game. It's much less video gamey than 5e for sure.
Yeah.
Um,
So
okay, sorry, Talissa. Yeah, so you're
when
leveled up.
Talissa
Loman's
sees,
level up.
yeah, and she sees Zadar standing there, kind of with his mouth gaping open, and says, "Holy handbasket."
Mm-hmm.
She knows something is wrong.
Mm-hmm.
so, so she's gonna run up
Mm-hmm.
and kind of like try to push him out of the way,
Oh,
out of the
wow,
way.
nice.
Nice.
Um,
Can she do that and then attack,
why don't you give me a
or just push him out of the way and say, "Stand back," so the guy will come
let me
out?
see his initiative. You know what? You can actually give a command. You can actually yell out something to him.
Okay. I'll say, Zadar, stand back. Let him come to us.
Okay.
Zadar, you can shift. You can take like 3 steps forward, and she can actually get at least in there. But you're gonna be attacking at a
So
-2.
Bernard, stand back. Let us girls do this.
She says stand back, but she like forcefully just knocks me 10 feet over.
No, you got what basically
No.
what happened is you shifted to the left about 3 feet, and she's able to see
Yeah.
and get to the target, but she's going to get a penalty to the attack for this.
well, I'm not going to attack. I'm going to delay at this point. Can I do that? Because what I want, I told him let him come to us. I don't
No,
want. Hmm?
no,
No
you
what?
cannot split up actions like that.
Okay. That's
So
gonna end my turn then, because I don't want to get in a situation where one person is fighting this guy. I want him to come out.
She's saying she's like pushing me out of the way of the door, and then saying like hold.
is that what
Yeah.
you're trying to do? And
Yeah.
Yes.
okay, I thought you were
Yes.
trying to get to the target.
No, I was at first, but then I realized what that would cause, and I don't want to do
Like
that.
as
So
a
I'll just
like, don't go in there.
just get out of the way and let
How
him come
far
to
did you
us.
move already? How far did you move?
I was like right here, and I moved to here.
You can shout that command out at him, like get away from the door, and he can shift over.
Okay, so
You
that's what
want to
I.
do that?
That's
Then delay
that's
your turn.
exactly what I did.
Cause yeah, delay your
Oh, okay,
turn.
so I can shout, Zadar, get away from the door, and then delay.
This
Yep.
kill is mine, Zadar. Get the fuck
Yeah.
away.
So Zadar, you're gonna shift away from the door. Okay. When you
I
do that,
feel
this
like
guy
that's a really good
when you
idea, anyways.
when you do that, this guy takes a stab at you
Great.
and hits you right in the shin with the blade.
Bastard.
But it's just a flesh wound. Airwalk.
Airwalk says,
So do you guys understand what happened there? So essentially, she's yelling out commands because we retconned it a little bit. She didn't move because you can't split up your actions like that. Can't move a little bit and then wait till later and then do. So she yelled it out, and because it's such a small movement, I ruled that he could shift over to the left. But when he did that, he's moving out of combat from the guy who got a free swing at him.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, Arrowwalk.
Airwalk says, Sidar, get out of the way.
Nice.
But it hurts when I do that.
Zadar, he won't get another pot shot at you right now.
Yeah, he already took his one.
Is it my turn?
It is.
You do the withdraw action. Don't
Yep.
get an opportunity.
Delay.
But that was off turn though. See, that's why it was, oh man, I should have done that. Here, hold on.
Okay. Am I in like melee distance, or I would have to move in?
You would have to move in. And would you give me one moment here? I just want to do one
Yeah.
thing.
I'm just gonna step back.
You can delay your turn too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Take a step back.
There we go.
Yeah,
That's
you
what
could
I want.
hold an action to attack when he comes in.
I'm kind of like poised against the wall,
That's
ready to
debatable.
swing on him when he walks out.
Okay, one moment, guys. I actually had these guys better and you know what? If you let me fix this, I want to fix this really quick. So give me a second. Because
Sure.
I had better,
I think we got what, like 10 more minutes?
yeah.
The monk should just close the door again.
The monk should close the door again.
Yeah.
Moment to say sorry for disturbing your prayers, and then
Yeah.
I just
You
nuke
should
that
just
guy?
close it.
Jesus Christ, dude. I'm just fucking this all up here.
Mm, okay, take your time.
Yeah.
I gotta. Okay, what was his initiative again? God damn it. I deleted the wrong token. So, you know what? I'm just gonna start this over. I have the. These are not the ones I want. That's why. I don't know why I didn't delete that. 3. Bear with me. Almost. I just gotta fix this one thing.
No problem.
Yeah, that's why, because I had set this up like that, and okay, it's been a while since I looked at this part. Um, and then I'm gonna say that, okay, 1, 4, and 12. Okay, 4 and 12. Okay. Okay, we're good. Loman, you are up.
Okay, I'm gonna have my quarterstaff ready to strike him if he comes in range.
Okay, go ahead and delay. Talissa, you had delayed before.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's your turn.
Okay. Um, I'm going to uh just stay where I think I'm just gonna stay where I'm at and end my turn.
Okay,
I might actually I'm gonna move up a little right here and then end my turn.
okay, okay. So when that happens, the door swings open. Man, this really got.
Slides. It slides, right?
Yeah, this door slides open.
Okay, I just want to make sure the door wasn't gonna hit me.
Yeah, this is really giving me shit right now, man. This is like, hold on.
Yeah, I was gonna yell at you to get away from that door,
Oh no.
Wow, that is just like
but
bad. Okay,
you did
I
good.
gotta. All right, so the door pops open and a knife wielding lunatic comes out and takes a swing at you from behind. You moved up 5 feet, and as you did this,
Mm-hmm.
the confessional booth slid open, and this guy, this lunatic, pops out and takes a swing at you
Oh no.
and hits you. And you felt that one. Zadar, you are up.
Um, I see that she's about to get flanked, and I adjust. Move back towards the guy in the confessional
Okay,
and attack him.
sounds good.
That that damage didn't get me. I don't know why.
Yeah, it did. I dropped it on you.
Okay.
It
I
did.
just don't see the wound on the combat tracker.
It's because you absorbed some, right?
I don't know. It says I have full hit points, but that's fine. I just
Oh, Here, okay, yeah, it's here. There you go. Thank you for being honest. That's
Did I
yeah,
take? Did mine?
you did, but it was such little damage that your armor absorbed it a little
Okay.
bit. Okay, you can get off your attack here. This is the first round, so you're gonna get a single longsword attack. So go
Yeah.
ahead and roll that attack. You hit. You hit this lunatic.
Sweet. So 1d8.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, brutal blow. He actually
Sweet.
drops. It hits him so hard, he actually drops the knife on the ground and kind of stumbles back against and hits the wall. Loman, you are up.
Nice.
So, can I move this one?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you can change your targets as long as it's reasonable, you know?
Right.
It's just the weapons, gets iffy. And breaking up your actions, which I'll talk to you guys about later, but it's not a movie thing.
Oh,
Ooh.
That's a
wow.
crit. That is a
Nicely
crit.
done.
So you whack this guy in the side of the head, and he drops. He's dead.
My buddy to
Wow. Thanks, Loman.
Yeah, he's dead. Yeah, Loman, you crack this guy in the skull. You can just hear the crunch as it hits him right in the skull, and he just drops. Okay, this is the top of round 2. So go ahead and state your actions and roll your initiatives, and if something's different or you want to try something else, just let me know.
Okay,
You yelled out, Benrus, we could use some help down here.
yes.
Okay,
Um, yeah, I've got my quarterstaff ready.
okay. Door
Airwalk.
slides open, and
Same.
another monk pops out. Door slides
Oh shit.
open.
Yeah.
Monks are popping.
Yeah,
Airwalk is liking having a target for his bow.
beautiful. That
Um,
leaves
I
Zadar and
call out.
Talissa.
I call out that this is handled, and to take care of that guy that just popped out.
Nice.
Alyssa hears that door slide open and she swings about and still has her sickle in hand.
Nice. Go ahead and roll for sickle initiative.
I did, I think.
Oh, you did?
Oh,
I
wait,
don't
where'd it go?
see it. I don't see it. You're still 99.
Oh, how weird. Okay.
You're just getting probably tired. We'll I'm kind of fading too. That's why I fucked up this encounter earlier, but
We should be able to dispatch these.
yeah, absolutely. All right, so the dog goes tries to get in through the door. Let me see what is going on here. Are you still holding his shadow,
I was just
Benros?
gonna say, um, see if he breaks my grip.
Roll strength. Tower. No, he does not. You managed to
Okay.
hold him back. He yanks so hard that his front feet go up into the air as you yank him back, and he lets out a little like a yelp,
Like
like
a
he
whooper. Yeah.
cut off his air. And you can hear Loman yelling at you from the other room, and it is your turn.
And what does Loman say again?
Could use some help down here.
All right. I am going to I just did a regular knit, so I'm going to command my dog to stay.
Mm-hmm.
That would be an action, correct?
Yes.
Yep. And then I'm going to survive, move down.
Okay,
there.
he lets out kind of a whimper at you, but surprisingly he obeys. He's well trained.
All right. And
What's your
then
movement? What's your movement?
6.
Yeah, so
So 60.
you've moved. You can still move another like 20, 30 feet. You can move through allies without any
Ooh, that's
penalty.
right.
Yeah,
That's right.
that's not a 5e. You can totally move through allies. There's no penalty for
So
doing
I
so.
moved what 30?
Yeah, so you can easily get up to monk 3.
All right, I will do so. And then full movement. Don't know what.
Airrock says,
Yeah, full.
Benrus, you're spoiling my shot.
Yeah. I love it, man. That's so good. Yeah, everybody's so eager, you know what I mean, to get up into combat.
All right,
See
so that's
another monk.
Suzanne. Yeah. Okay.
Another monk. Yeah, go ahead and end your turn. Okay. This monk comes forward and takes a punch. A punch. Literally takes a punch at Zadar and misses spectacularly. So bad that you actually, dude, actually, oh my god, you get a free attack,
Oh,
riposte
nice.
attack, critical fumbled right there. And
So
that's the
just
actual
roll
effect.
normal attack.
Roll a normal attack. This is literally the free. You get a. It's funny. He got a free attack against you. Now you get.
Nice.
Ooh, nice hit, man. Okay, go ahead and roll damage.
Good night. That guy's gone.
Yeah. So what? So describe this kill to me, because that's exactly what happened. A kill. What just happened there, Tommy?
This guy like falls on my sword as I'm holding it,
Hmm.
like forward.
Yeah, he
Like
took a
haven't
punch
even
at you.
swung back yet.
Yeah, he took a punch at you and literally punched and fell
He
right
like
into your
runs
sword.
into my sword.
Yeah,
I get pictures that are laughing too.
that's so epic. I love it.
Yeah, I'm like holding him up and
Yeah.
I'm like puppeting him right now.
Okay, so yeah, he's puppeted on the end of the sword.
I'm like
Father
shaking him
Christmas,
side to side.
Father Christmas right here takes a swing at Benrus. Oh my god, dude.
Is that
Oh,
crit?
no, it's a fumble.
Oh man.
Yeah, 2 fumbles in a row. Check it out.
Wow.
That's the
Damn, dude.
adjusted value right there. I actually rolled a 1. That's the adjusted.
Okay.
Yeah, it was here. I shared the wrong one here.
Does
Oh, you have
Benrus
the
have
armor
a
type on. That it?
Yeah. Yeah, but but I rolled a 1. It was a natural 1. I don't know
Yeah.
why it's not
Yep,
letting
that's
me.
good.
Yeah, it's not letting me share the pre-adjusted.
Yeah. But
Yeah,
yeah, it's got the
it
plus
won't
2
let me.
there. So.
Yeah, yeah. It was a natural 1. That was 2 fumbles in a row, 2 natural ones in a row. That's
So
crazy.
bizarre. Fenris is also laughing with you.
Talissa, you are up.
So wait, he doesn't get a riposte though.
No, that was the
No.
fumble effect. There,
Yeah.
Okay.
like just like critical hit effects, sometimes an effect will happen where it could poke out an eye, you trip, you get a free attack.
And
It
that's built
happens.
into Fantasy Grounds.
Yeah, it's
It's
all built
actually the
in.
one that we use is actually a
Very
really
cool.
special. We have a really special one in this game, guys. We use the one Scoop built, and the one Scoop built is based off the tables from Dragon Magazine.
Oh
Oh,
wow.
cool.
They're the critical hit and critical fumble tables compiled from Dragon Magazine, and they're way better than the ones that like the default ones. And
Very cool.
I'll send you I'll send you the mod that Scoot wrote. He wrote like
Um,
a hex crawl mode that has weather. It's weather, critical hits, critical fumbles, and a bunch of stuff like put together.
I don't even want to see them. I just want to be surprised as they
Oh
happen.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
all types of cool stuff that happens with those. Like one time, a paladin, a brand new paladin who had like 2 18s and a 16. This guy rolled this crazy good paladin, right? Decap. It was like a 0.0003% chance this was gonna happen, and it happened. Yeah, it was great. He rage quit. He actually quit the game. He never came back. It was
I would have
insane.
too.
I've
Yeah,
learned
Laura was
never.
there. Laura was there. Laura saw it.
That's so
I've
Talissa,
learned
funny.
you
never think you're safe.
yeah,
Yeah.
well, this guy
Never.
was kind of a this guy was a clown
Yeah.
anyways, so I'm kind of glad he quit. Talissa, you are up.
Okay. So I was right next to the door here,
Yeah.
and I was thinking about going up and trying to kill this guy, but I'm just gonna let him come out, and I can't attack from the corner like this, can I?
No, but
No.
if he comes out, you can hold your action, like delay and
Yeah,
attack when he
you
comes
can
Yeah.
out.
You're
delay.
being smart.
You can delay. Loman, you are up.
Delay.
Okay, I'm delaying as well, waiting for him to come out.
Okay. Arrowwalk. Arrowwalk's got an arrow knocked, and he is in the door jam right now.
That sounds about right.
Yes, and cursing Benrus, and he's bored and switching out.
You
Well,
know why
I mean,
he's doing that? You know why he's doing that, Tommy, right? Why he's not taking arrow shots?
Because of the cover or the friendly
No,
fire.
it's
Yeah,
way
friendly
worse,
fire.
2E. It's not cover. It's literally like when you roll, that would like that shot at Benrus and Monk 3 would be a 50-50 on who it hits if he
Yeah.
hit.
yeah.
I mean, that's
I
makes
love
sense.
2E. Yeah, it does. It's a tactical game. Okay, so what's he doing here? He's moving up
But
there and
if
he's
Airlock
dropped
wants to take the shot, take it.
so he's dropped his bow and he drawled his sword.
Yes.
Okay,
Let me put
perfect.
it this way, Dwayne. Do you think Scoot would take the shot?
That's a good point.
No, I
Well,
don't think
he's
he
No,
already
would.
Scoot's starting to warm up to Benris, remember?
Yeah,
So
yeah, it's
Benrus is
true.
his mentor.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's true. I forgot
I
about
think he'd
that.
switch to melee. He would just complain about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you complain about it.
yeah.
So this monk jumps out onto the body of his friend. He's fighting he's fighting on uneven ground, which is going to give him a -2.
We get to
Takes
swing. Oh,
Yeah.
I guess we
no, no.
delayed, so we'll get our shots
Yeah,
Yeah,
on our turn.
we'll
this
get a
is his
shot.
turn. And he manages to hit you. This one has a club in his hand,
Ooh.
and it lands on the side of your head, and it just rocks the side of your face. Zadar.
Um,
You can go
damn.
through friendlies.
Yep.
So I can pass through.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
And then another thing too is I should have locked it so you guys could see. That's my bad. So you guys could see your distance. So that's gonna be a just start moving from there.
I'm just trying to
5. Yeah.
squeeze through here
Mm-hmm. 15.
and swing away.
Okay. Go ahead and target and swing away. So Loman's tiny too, so you're able to squeeze past him with very little effort. Um, your sword is out. This guy has the look of the determined zealot,
Ooh, that
and
was
you
almost
connect,
funny.
man. Zadar is just on fire tonight. He hits,
Nice.
and you see that his robe is soaked with blood on the right shoulder. It begins to pull up and seep through the cloth onto the right shoulder.
Sweet.
Talissa.
Okay, now Calissa has a nice clear shot. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll target monk 7.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. And hit him with our sickle.
Oh my
Nice.
goodness. Yep. And the sickle, once again, the sickle of death is
Yep.
on the loose. And he is critically mortally wounded. It looks like you see that he's got blood leaking out of his neck profusely. Loman.
Finish Finish him off, Lumen.
He's been hit by all angles. In fact, no, he's in the front 180-degree arc. You guys don't get.
Oh wait. Oh, I have
It's
them
okay.
both.
You hit.
I have them both targeted.
Both
Yeah,
were his.
you hit.
Nice.
Sound. Yes.
Yeah, so once again, crushing blow. The man already looked, I mean, after Talissa's sickle blow, you could see that he was mortally wounded, and this was literally the kick over that he needed, and he just drops dead on the floor. And let me see something here. Morale. Oh, he's fighting. I just did a morale check if you guys are curious.
Yep.
The technical. Dog is
Is he still
whimpering, runs
okay?
up to the door and starts pacing back and forth, whimpering, but it doesn't cross the threshold.
Yeah, I'm sure
Uh,
he's barking. Yep.
oh, he's barking loud.
Yep.
Intentions and actions.
Airwalk with the sword.
Hmm.
Could have had him with the bow.
Man, you're doing great with the arrow walk,
I
man.
know.
It's
Looks
like
like Scoot's here.
I know, it's like he's here.
He'll have to review this stream and he can grade me.
Yeah, it was his wife's birthday today, so he didn't want to risk getting annihilated for missing her
Here.
birthday for a
Yeah, no,
D&D game.
fair
Imagine
enough.
that, you know?
Happy
Ima-
birthday. Happy
imagine
birthday.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Hey,
funny. I almost thought that was from you, Spencer, and I was about to wish Laura a happy birthday today.
Oh my God.
Oh.
I
Huh.
wouldn't
Nah.
do that.
I
hey,
had to. Yeah, that was close.
Spencer, when you talk to Scoot,
Yeah.
tell him that we all wish his wife a happy birthday.
Oh,
Yeah.
I will for sure.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tell him it in the chat. He's or
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
the
I could do that.
yeah, just tag him. Okay, so who do we got here? We got Zadar, we got Arawak, we need everybody else initiatives.
Okay.
I'm just kind of
Well,
watching Benris and
Okay.
Arawak to see,
Okay. So you're holding.
kind of backing them up, making sure they have it.
So you're going to be ready with the long sword, but you're holding your action. Is what you're saying.
Well, I might run in.
Yeah. So you would
If-
roll with your weapon speed. You did it right. I'm just saying
Yeah.
you're ready to attack with your weapon if need
Yeah.
be. So guys, just wanted to tell you one thing before we finish for the night. Reaction in 5e is actually that type of mechanic where where you can literally say I'm going to hold my arrow and then loose it when situation A happens, right? That technically doesn't exist in 2e. However, there, if you look at your combat tab, you'll notice that there's surprise, init, delay, and act. Do you guys all see that on the combat tab,
Yeah,
the act button?
yeah,
Okay, so what that does is that literally allows you, this is meant to be used with segments, but it works without segments. It literally allows you to do that, the same as reactions, where you could literally say, I'm holding my action until this happens, right? As soon as that thing, whatever it is, happens, you would hit act, and what happens is that your character's initiative moves to the next initiative in the stack. So if it's on, if it's on monk 6 right now, it will move you after monk 6. Okay? Now, I need to think, or whether or not that's a little bit overpowered. We can play with that, the idea of using reactions. I like reactions. I like delay and I like the reaction mechanic. I just don't know how well it will play with 2e. So we
In
can
that
talk.
it overrides the
So like with delay, when you
order.
hold your action in 2e, you go to the back of the stack, right? You just go to the back of the initiative stack when you delay. Same thing when you make multiple attacks with a weapon. Like you attack with your weapon and your second attack comes at the end of the round.
Yeah.
You hit delay. Anytime that you hit delay, you just go, when you're holding your action,
Right.
you
I'm
go to the
asking
back
about
of the stack.
act. Does it
Yeah,
override the initiative order and push you to the front?
it pushes you after whoever is currently acting. So like if Monk 6 is making an attack and you say, okay, he's doing that thing that I said I was gonna act happens, right? Like he opened the door. I said I was gonna attack when he opened the door. you would hit act and it will put you right after him.
Oh, cool. I never knew that.
Yeah. So it's basically simulates reactions from 5e, right? It allows that to happen. I just don't
I
know
mean,
if
I
it's
guess it's at your discretion if it's that much
that's what I said
of
to
a
Scoot
bypass
too.
to the
That's what I
initiative
said to
order.
Scoot because in some ways I feel like it's very elegant and it makes sense. I'll give you an example. Arrowwalk is holding his arrow until somebody steps out of the door, right? Okay, he delays it, but if he delays, he's going all the way to the end of the round. The guy steps out of the door in the middle of the round, he can't do what he said he was going to do, right?
Yeah.
He can't loose that arrow even though he was prepared to loose that arrow when the guy opened the door,
Yeah.
right? So I think what we'll do is, and I already told Scoot this, is that it will be up to my discretion on whether or not when you can use that or not. When
The
you
only
can use it.
conflict would be two people vying for the same
Yeah,
kind of
exactly.
turn
And
to
that's
act,
funny.
and
Mechanically,
then you can just
right.
roll,
And
I
if there's a
guess.
tie, it will put you after everybody that is the tie. So if it puts you at 10 and
So there's a tiebreaker built in.
there's a tie well what happens is you wind up going last. If there's 3 people with initiative 10 and you hit act, it'll put you in you hit act at 10, it'll put you at the last of those 10 to act. You'll be the fourth one to act.
Okay.
So I can always manually adjust, but we'll move it along here. But I'm just saying,
We'll try it out sometime. See.
we
Yeah,
ran into that tonight, right? We ran into that situation tonight. It was funny, and I think it was a good time to bring it up. Is that it'll be up to my discretion or when you can do it or not.
yeah. I've got a
Obviously,
lot.
I'm not gonna. You good with
I've
it?
got a lot of questions about that, but we can
Yeah,
talk about that.
sure. Yeah,
Uh,
no, I think it's an elegant mechanic. I think
yeah,
reactions is very elegant. I just think with 2E, it needs to be used with discretion.
yeah.
Okay, so where are we at? We have all initiatives rolled, dogs holding. We have one monk, and he is not giving up without a fight. And wow, that was laggy. He looks at his two enemies that face him, and he takes another swing, and he clips you right in the side of the head, Benrus, and it hurts.
Ooh,
That's a migraine right there.
yeah. That is.
Airwalk,
And
swinging away.
die, fool.
You missed. You
Oh, and
missed. It whiffs. It whiffs pretty badly too. Uh, Somehow this monk was able to step out of the way of the point blank blow like that. You have no idea how. Okay. I gotta cancel this out.
and
Uh,
Spencer.
yeah.
Fenris is going to go two-handed, so
Oh,
I unequipped my shield. That's probably
perfect.
why he got hit.
You can drop the shield and go
I
two
did.
handed.
Yep.
Oh, you did. Okay.
Yeah, I unequipped
Uh,
it.
Zadar, you are up.
Oh, Loman got skipped there.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
Loman
did
went.
he? Oh,
yeah.
sorry. Here.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought that was
Yeah, I was gonna
strange right
say.
there. Yeah. Okay. Loman, you are up.
I'm moving over and checking this door behind Benrus.
You can slide it open. You see a mat on the floor and nothing else.
Good.
Zadar.
Um, yeah, I see Benris get hit and try to charge past Airwalk to
Very
the
good.
monk.
Gotcha.
You can actually work your way up. Hold on. Let me look at this angle. You can work your way around or a flank if you want an advantage here,
So diagonally up.
or rear.
Oh,
Or
yeah, get to
rear.
Work
the
your way
rear.
around the back. Yeah.
That's what I meant, like diagonally and up.
Yep.
Yeah,
Correct.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because you're not leaving melee. He's not going to get a swing at you, and he's pretty.
Yep.
Just change the facing.
Got +2.
How do you
What are you trying to do?
adjust
Hold
the
down
facing?
shift and
Shift, and then the mouse wheel.
roll your mouse wheel.
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Add the modifier if rear.
Yep, that's going to be a flat-footed too. So this is a good chance to do that. Open up your actions tab, right click on your attack, the red input, and then go to attack type modifiers, radial menu, and select rear attack. And it makes a difference with this one because he has high dexterity. So he's going to be flat-footed and you get a,
There's no rear attack in that
yeah,
radial
there,
The
menu.
top
yeah,
one. Well,
it's,
it's one menu down, so you have to
Okay,
go
cool.
down
so
two.
I found it.
you found it. Yeah, that's a hit.
And that size.
It makes a huge difference flat-footed. A lot of people forget to use it, but I mean, if a guy's got like 4 points of armor because of his dexterity, that's a huge bonus, right? That you're missing
Yeah.
out on.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll attack or damage. I'm sorry.
The damage.
That was a huge hit.
Nice.
He lets out a yell. It's actually the first sound you've heard these guys make. Talissa.
Okay, Tillerson wants to get in on this fight.
Okay. Go ahead and do your full movement and I'll approve it so it totals it.
Go right here.
Very good.
+1.
+1.
Yeah, do I? Okay.
This should do it.
Yeah, I would almost rule that you could easily take this guy down at this point.
Oh,
Sickle of death.
that's
Yeah.
wrong.
I like to speed it along, but that's a
Nice.
hit.
And my sickle's been hitting.
Yeah, the sickle of death.
Ooh, no. Phil's
But I
Up,
never.
kidding.
up to
Fenris.
you, Benris.
Fenris looks at him and says, "Yeah, I'm looking at you."
He has no fear in his eyes when you say that.
You gotta go.
He will now.
That's a hit. This is two-handed blow, so make sure you roll for the. There you go. All right, he's dead. What just happened there, Roger?
Uh, I hit him in the side of the neck,
Uh-huh.
and it goes clean through.
Oh, wow.
His head slides off.
Yeah, his head flies off into the confessional booth, and the arterial spray just kind of goes up in a wave into your face and all over the chainmail you're wearing. You're just covered in blood. The head hits the mat and kind of just grins up at you.
And Fenris lets out a blood-curdling laugh.
Oh my God, dude, you guys are great. That is the top of round 4, and there doesn't appear to be any foes. So I think because it's getting late, we'll stop it there, guys.
All right.
Right? I think this is time, right? 9:30.
Yep.
Yeah,
That
we
was
went a
fun.
half an hour. We went a half hour over that time. It goes by so fast, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just real quickly clean up here. So we'll do. I never award the experience this way. I wonder if I'm gonna try it this time.
And one thing I would like to ask everybody, running across them, I want everybody to have a little participation in the games.
Yeah.
So can we, as far as like opening doors and stuff like that, can we rotate who does it?
I think that's a wonderful idea.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't care at all.
I love that. I'm so glad you brought that up because that's one of the huge reasons why I like small groups. Because my opinion, I know it's beating a dead horse. I've said it a million times, but my opinion is that when it's smaller, it gives everybody more of a chance to shine. When
Yeah.
you have a group
Exactly.
of 10 people, especially in 2E where there's no such concept as class balance, right? Not all
Right.
classes are created equal. Like
Yep.
thieves are super underpowered, right?
Yeah.
Just like paladins are super powerful. There is no balance in 2E. There's no encounter balance, nothing. So the smaller the group, the more everybody gets a chance to shine and also act quicker in combat, right? If you're waiting 20 minutes to take one turn where you just miss a lot, it gets tedious. So I definitely, and I love what you said about how everybody's sharing the playing field, which I think this group does really well.
We do,
Um,
yes.
I think this group does that really well. Um, all right, you know what, guys? How many monks was that? Was that 4 monks?
There was three
Yeah.
out of the five confessional rooms had monks in them. So
Okay,
three.
3 monks. Yeah,
Right.
How
that's
many
funny.
blood spots do
That
we have?
that didn't even do it. It was funny. I was wondering why when I right click delete and then add you know how you can, well, with sternos
Yeah,
you can
yeah,
delete and then confirm and add exp.
yes.
It didn't add the exp. It didn't add it. Yeah, I right click delete add exp. It didn't do it. So unless
What is it in the party sheet under XP? And then you have
that's a
to
good
award it, right?
Okay, that's cool. I didn't know it sent it there. I like that. I thought it just did it, you know? Like I like the fact that it sends it and creates a record for it. Oh, that's great. Oh, that's freaking great. I love it. Um, okay. What's this GP and Silver Piece one? I don't know what that is.